are live. Hello, friends, and welcome to our Wednesday Dungeons & Dragons game.
Yay.
We are playing our very first episode of Dragon of Icespire Peak, a pre-gen campaign that you at home could pick up if you wanted to. We will be playing it mostly to the book, but I will probably be making a few edits here and there. Anyone who has read or seen the adventure already or heard about it, you will see those edits pretty obviously. They're not major. But yes, I am joined by Mr. Josh above me, and I've got Michaela over here, and Tom, boom, right over here in this direction. I actually pointed the right way. Some of our normal Wednesday crew. Unfortunately, Kristen was unable to join us, but she might be able to join in the future if we run another game of this bad boy before then. All right, very, very cool. Well, friends, this is effectively a session 0 of sorts, and we have. Let me see. I think we only have one decision we have to make really before we start, and I'm gonna need it.
Light it on fire.
I'm gonna need it now. Okay, it's on fire. All of the companions are dead. You've killed them all. I would like for us to.
Tom just burned down an orphanage.
Just you wait.
Oh no.
I would like us starting out. You should be, since you're all on Roll20, you should see the giant list of companions that is available in this campaign. Because we are down one Kristen, we have a required slot that must be filled for balance purposes, or else y'all better just make new characters. Because I probably just do it now.
No, we know Tom would absolutely love that.
He'd be like, yeah! That's why I love Tom.
No. Listen,
But...
I'm playing to win Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, we know.
I'm going to win the dungeons and the dragons.
He will win the dunjo and the
You're gonna
drago.
win them?
Which one of these characters looks best dead?
Looks best dead. I think they all have a special grave plot somewhere in the town of Phandalin waiting for them. But I will leave it up to you as a party to decide. You are a group of, and we're going to get into describing our characters momentarily, don't worry. I'll have a nice chance to do that and get into some details. But your party dynamic is a wizard, a cleric, and a barbarian. So you've actually got, damage, you've got healing, you've got tank. You've kind of got what you need, but so
I can also use thieves' tools, just so we all are clear.
that's awesome.
So we don't need a rogue.
I put a little symbol next to each of the each of the companions, so you can tell what type they are, what their capabilities are. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys to decide who you want to bring with you on your adventure. Who was with you for? And this, I will note, the other ones you do not pick will be available to you once you're in Phandalin. But the one that you do pick is like OG. They were with you from the beginning, because we are not starting right in Phandalin. There'll be a little bit of a pre-area. So yeah, you guys go ahead and decide among yourselves who you want to go where. You can use your tokens as a marker to vote however you want.
My 2 votes. I've got it narrowed down to Shanjan and Unicorn Bunny.
So Donabella and Shanjan, those are your votes?
Yep.
The
Alright,
ranged people, they're not going to be in front dying. I don't like that.
I would not mind also voting for Sanjan, Donna, Bella, or also maybe Inverna? Yeah.
Okay.
I was voting Inverna, or because Inverna looks like the edgiest one here.
Yeah.
Or Ruby.
Whichever one you pick, I will reveal their card and sort of read it off, and we'll discover a little bit more about them.
But I'm cool with whatever. I don't.
So, yours, Tom, yours were Iverna, and who else? Ruby. Okay. So we have 2 votes for Inverna and 2 votes for Shanjan, and actually 2 votes for Donabella as well. Y'all can decide the roll however you want to. One of you can just say, this is the one. You guys do what you're going to do.
Roll a d3.
Go for it. Roll a d3. The order would be the order they are appeared, starting with 1 is Donabella.
Okay.
It's
And
Donabella.
Donabella.
Donabella it is. So Donabella is joining
Not a
the
Teenage Mutant Ninja
party. So let's learn a little bit about our friend who is with us, as we will probably learn more about each other. Actually, I'm actually gonna save it. I think, because I thought about doing it right now, but we're gonna have a moment where we're gonna kind of go around
Gotcha.
and figure out who each other are, and we will learn about Miss Donabella in a minute. I'm actually going to copy this, and you guys can't see this. This is all secret. Take this card. It's mine. It belongs to
No,
me.
I want that card. Can I take it?
No, you can't. You can't. Oh no! Josh is glitching. Your camera. Oh.
Oh, it's a horror movie
Oh
now.
wow!
Oh,
It's
yeah,
going crazy. That's
Yeah,
kind of
wow.
We're
cool.
gonna die.
That is. You've gone into the Matrix entirely. Oh.
It
He
looks
took the
normal for
pill.
me, so I have no idea what's going on.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
dude.
You look like
It's weird.
there's
Shut off your
somebody's gonna
cam.
knock
Turn it
out.
back on.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there it goes.
Okay.
Never mind. You're good. You're good. It cleared up. It's perfect. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
It's fine. The other question I have to ask before we begin describing our characters, now that we've picked a companion, would you guys like to do this game with maps? There are maps for everything. For exploration, like combat, blah blah blah. Or would you guys like to go all theater of the mind? The maps are available here. If we go theater of the mind, I'm just going to use them for my personal needs. But what do you guys think? Is there a preference among the party? If there isn't, I will just do it how I'm going to do it.
I defer to our resident min-maxer, Thomas.
Oh, I'm not min-maxing here. I'm cool with whatever.
Cool with whatever.
Maps are good when you want to visualize where are you how far are you from the person that you're let's say with. So
Yeah.
if something attacks us, it can be I was right next to that
If
person.
combat starts to get confusing, let's do it.
Yeah. If everybody's kind of in the middle, I think the way that I want to run it is just theater of the mind until combat, or until the theater of the mind becomes confusing. Those are the moments where I'll be like, well, let me show you the map, and I'll bring it out. Very, very Matt Mercer style. And when everybody starts asking too many questions about the locale, he brings out a Dwarven Forge set. Very cool. I just wanted to get that cleared up early.
Also, did anybody roll well on stats? I rolled a worse version of the standard.
So something you are allowed to take the standard if you roll
I am
terrible.
allowed, but Ed, I'm not a.
You don't have to.
That's what I did too. I just accepted my fate and did it. It's fine.
Why would
See,
she get Michaela?
I knew you would both do that, so I threw out my shit rolls
Uh-huh.
so that we all wouldn't wipe on the first section.
Michaela, your rolls are great.
I know, right?
They're the most middling things I've ever seen.
Oh, the bro. Wait. Oh my
My
god.
highest was a
I'll
Oh.
discover it as we go.
My rolls weren't really bad. They're just barely worse than the standard. I mean, I got 3 + 2s, so.
All right.
I rolled an 18, and then everything was sub 13.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, but with an 18, so many opportunities.
I mean, +2 on top of that would have made it 20. It
It
would
can
have
be
been cool.
super strong, but everything else is just
Yeah.
it's fine.
It wouldn't have been very cohesive.
So, if everyone is ready to dive into the world of Forgotten Realms,
Yeah.
into the land of Toril, we can begin. So, our first scene of our campaign begins. We see our camera as it pans through a dark forest, the night completely encapsulating its many vast corridors. We come upon a vision of light, an orange yellowish hue that peers its way through the tree trunks, and as it pans over, it rests upon a roaring fire with 2 logs pushed up, the sort of grass pushed down from the paths that they were previously moved quite recently. We see a host of individuals, 4 in fact, but with the way the light is so bright against the lens of our camera, they are shadows. We have yet to get the details of these individuals, but as our camera comes to rest, A fade comes to the screen as words begin to scroll by and a narrator's voice bellows forward in the introduction of our campaign. Driven from lands farther north by more powerful dragons, a young white worm named Chirovane has descended upon the Sword Mountains, claiming the snow-capped range as its domain. Typical of its kind, Chirovane is dim-witted and cruel. The dragon patrols the skies around Icespire Peak, surveying its territory while hunting for food and easy treasure. With each passing day, the dragon's domain grows as it ranges farther across the land, preying on anything it can catch with its claws or freeze to death with its icy breath. Sightings of the dragon are becoming more common, as are its attacks. Orc tribes native to the mountains have been thrown into disarray by Chirovane's sudden arrival, forced to scour the lower plains and forests to survive. A manticore, driven from its mountaintop nest by the roaming white dragon, has migrated to the foothills and begun terrorizing folk living in the outskirts of the mining town of Phandalin. Other monsters in the region have been similarly displaced. This dragon's presence has caused a metaphorical avalanche, threatening all of the Sword Valley. The mayor of Phandalin, Harbin Wester, has sent out a call for aid to any who would answer. Heroes, sellswords, and adventurers alike have been arriving at their doorstep ever since. You so happen to be one of them. Whether you are traveling to Phandalin for gold, honor, or glory, the fate of the region rests in the hands of individuals like you, willing to stand up against the chaos of a wild white drake. The words scroll off the screen and that fade disappears. To reveal before us a clear and crystal scene, and as our camera slowly tracks its way in, the details of the shadows begin to fade away, and we see our characters before us surrounding the flames. It is at this moment that I think it's appropriate for us to describe our characters, and we have one companion, Donabella, to describe as well. I want you to imagine the scene as the camera sort of zooming in and resting right over the flames of the fire, the arc sort of licking the flames, sort of licking the side of the lens, and it'll just sort of pan around to each character as we sort of detail them and get a little bit about them. We'll decide whose turn it is in one moment, because I'm just going to have you guys roll, and that's who we're going to pick on. But the details that I want is a short description, one fact about your character that the other characters would know, and one fact about another character that you would know, your character individual. So one thing the party knows about you, and one fact about another character that you know that no one else does. So that's going to be our thing. Everybody's roll initiative. And you can click on your token to get that button to pop up in the top left-hand corner. And yeah, that'll dictate who goes first in our little fire here. Highest number wins.
Get fucked.
I will roll for Donabella. Okay, yeah, Donabella. Well, so all my rolls are going to be hidden, by the way, so you'll have to trust me.
Oh, sneaky DM.
That is just the way this one is set up. I'm only missing one roll. I got one from Tom. I got one from Michaela. I need a Josh roll. All good?
I've been taking notes. Yes, I'm fine.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. You're fine. That's good. Good, take notes.
Yep.
Oh,
I can also post that intro later on in the Discord for anyone to get. Oh, well. Our camera turns and we see Ylva. Ylva, please, a short description, a fact about your character, and one fact about another character that only you know. I'm going to put that in the chat so we know.
Short description, one fact me, one fact them. So, short description. towering over the other two people sitting at the campfire
Yes.
sits Goliath. She's done up in like all her. She looks like she lives out here in the wilderness. So she comes from the Grey Wolf tribe that's nearby. That could be the fact also. She's got platinum blonde hair, hazel eyes. Looks pretty weathered, like can hunt, can hold her own. She carries a long sword and a shield. She's currently just kind of sipping some stew that we made while we were out here. But yeah, fact would be from the Grey Wolf tribe.
Yeah, you are of the Uthgard nation, which is a collective of the many tribes of some of the original inhabitants of Faerun that have since recently, actually within the last 50 years, united under a single banner. By the dwarven wizard, or not the gnomish. This is very weird, but this is canon to my world. There is a gnome wizard by the name of Dao, who was able to trace his lineage back apparently to very, very ancient Uthgard, and he has since united the Uthgard tribes into one nation, which this would be common knowledge actually to a lot of people, as the Uthgard nation for the first time in a long time has been sort of brought to the table of civilization, kind of, but not really. You have Alex to blame for that. In any case, Josh, you know who I'm talking about. So that is one fact about your character. You are a member of the Uthgard tribe, the Grey Wolf. And what's a fact that you know about another character? So I will say with this third and final one, I think you are all fantastic players, so I know that you will do this, but I'm just going to say this just to say it, just to get it out there. It's my Ed disclaimer. Be respectful of your fellow players. There you go. You're good. So
I know that Tom's a dick.
We all hate Tom.
So whatever another player comes up with is something that
That's a fact. I mean,
something that they know about you. I will say you have a form of consent to that, so it's up to you who you would like to choose. And if someone has already been chosen, please choose a different person. I want you all to intermingle.
Okay.
I choose to add the person.
Ao.
No, Ao's not here. I'm beard.
Chooses. So I guess I'm gonna popcorn pick on Michaela.
Oh yeah, her character Pollen.
Yeah, so I guess probably found Pollen trying to cave spelunk in the wilderness in the snow, and I had to save her from certain death. She was freezing to death under a mound of snow.
Sure.
Does that work, Michaela? Does that work?
That works. Well, yeah, it does. That works. Yes.
Yeah.
I bet more that I could shoot. The snow is getting higher and higher, and I thought I could like walk through it.
I mean, you're 3 foot tall. What
Yeah.
can you do?
Okay, that's interesting. Very, very
Thank
good.
you for saving me. Yes.
You were saved by Yulva. Excellent. Our camera continues to turn. The next highest in our initiative order being Yams. A short description of your character, one fact about them, and a fact about another character that only Yam knows.
So Yams is about 2 feet tall, and it's just kind of a bundle. Like if you were to just run into a Goodwill and just run through a bunch of racks,
Yeah.
that's what Yams looks like. You can't really see any skin or part of them, but they're all covered in scarves and coats, and there's pockets everywhere. And they're always kind of bouncing around a little bit.
That's great.
Yams, you would all know, probably started the fire that we're all sitting around, and probably started a few more at some point. But we don't talk about those fires anymore. And I know that Yulva's favorite food
Oh no.
are not yams, but instead, what? I don't know, Josh. I'll leave you up to the favorite food, what you want it to be. I don't know.
Oh man.
I just want to know what it is.
Out in the wilderness. Oh man.
Squirrels.
Yams. It is yams.
No. Why don't we do something weird like
Bugs.
there's like a cave worm.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
There's like
worms, dude.
there's a very specific worm that's kind of
Oh, okay.
lives in the north in a cave. Yeah.
Yeah, Yams knows this, and Yams makes this every now and then. And it's one of the only reasons Yilva likes lamp yams. Or tolerates yams.
I totally.
So Iva or Ilva?
It is
Yilva.
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 Yeah, it
Thank
should
you.
be
Yilva.
Yilva, right?
Yilva.
Oh, wait, you say it. What is it?
Yidva.
Yilva,
Yeah,
okay.
Yilva.
Oh man, I'm gonna have a problem with that one. Alright.
I'm gonna say Yilva.
Going for the Icelandic.
Yilva.
Irva or Ilva?
Yidva.
The R one or the L
Yilva.
one?
Yidva.
Irva, okay.
Roll your
thank
R.
you.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, you can't.
I cannot remember the
I figured
name.
you would get it. I figured you would.
I cannot remember the name of this creature. It's like a rakataka, whatever, but it's like a giant worm that's like it's like
Razzmatazz?
ice on the outside and fire on the inside.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Remember the thing that ate
Rum-
answers?
is it a yeah?
Wait,
I couldn't pronounce it, so I just called it a razzmatazz.
Your Razzmatazz. Yeah, a Remoraz. It's a Remoraz.
Remoraz,
You-
that's
that
it.
is. I think that the baby Remorazes are yeah like a delicacy
yeah,
to
okay.
like find just because they have like that lava. Like,
Let me
almost
look this
inside.
up.
Yeah, the
All right, the
Remoraz.
problem is this is above my means.
How do you spell Ramirez?
Remorhaz. So Remorhaz. They get very big and very dangerous, but I think you probably you miss babies. So yeah, Yams would know about that. Interesting. And you said you
Ramirez
cook it for him?
larva. Yeah. Oh my god, that thing is terrifying.
It would be the perfect meal.
I've cooked it before, and I cooked it just right. Now, Yams is not good at cooking.
Holy shit.
But that one time, though.
But you don't even need to
That one
cook it, it
time.
cooks itself.
That's probably why.
All right. So we've learned a little bit about our new gnome friend, and our new Goliath.
Gnome.
Oh, sorry. What did I say? Gnome? Goblin. I'm so sorry.
Goblin? Goblin.
We don't
Yams
know.
is no goblin. Yams is just Yams.
Yams is just yams. We don't ask. We don't ask about that. That's great.
3 kobolds in a trench coat.
yep.
Too tall. Too tall to be a kobold.
Too tall.
Uh,
Our
They're too short to be a kobold.
our camera shifts and we see Pollen for the first time. Pollen, short description: one fact about your character and a fact about another character that only Pollen knows.
yes. Well, Pollen, she is a 30 feet tall gnome.
Ooh, very tall.
Or
She
she
looks like
halfling?
I mean, sorry, halfling.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a
Okay.
halfling. I will not
That's
be a gnome
important.
because of somebody's sake here, but I am a halfling, and she also looks like she went to a Salvation Army and she just like threw stuff at her because she has no sense of like, or she doesn't care. She looks like she doesn't really care what she's wearing. At least she's feeling warm, and also she looks like she doesn't know how to do makeup. You know, like kids how they play with eyeshadow. That's pretty much how it looks like on her right now. A high ponytail and a bow, a distinctive bow on her hair. And a fact about her, she is really loud, cannot sometimes shut up. She's really perky, and she acts tall even though she's so short. And also, a fact that she knows about somebody. She knows something about Yams. I'm wondering if she would know that he's a goblin or that his favorite color is pink.
Both are true.
Okay.
you can have both. I think that's excellent. So
Yeah, and I'll keep your secret.
what'd you say?
I'll keep his secret.
Perfect,
Nobody
yeah.
will ever know.
I think we're establishing then with that Yilva and Donabella have no idea that Yams is a goblin. They probably
I was
assume
gonna
no.
be cool with it, but we
Oh.
can roll like this.
It's up to you. Yeah, I'll.
Maybe yams will reveal themselves at some point
That would
Don't
be-
do it!
to be but a sack of yams.
No.
Oh my god, that's great. Okay, I love all of these. So,
Ah!
I'm
I am
going.
a Thanksgiving food.
Marshmallows on his head.
I am going to
Oh, God.
introduce Donabella, and you guys are all going to tell me something. Yeah, give me like one. Just because I want everyone to be connected to the companion. Everyone will give me an extra fact about her that they have, and those don't have to be secrets per se. So let's read the card for Donabella Fiasco.
Fiasco.
She is a human. A young human woman, a talented spellcaster, and she wears a papier-mâché unicorn mask on her head because it makes her feel more magical. That is the type of person we are dealing with.
Yes.
So some traits about her personality. These are all, some of them I think are just quotes just to give you an idea. And I'm going to say it in the voice that I'm going to be using for her. And if anyone's played Dragon Age, they know who I'm basing her off of.
Okay. Yes.
I'd rather talk to a book than most people.
Yes. Oh my god.
That's a personality trait. Her ideal. We'll have a little magic in us. The trick is finding it and bringing it forth. Her bond. her bond.
You love it, Tom.
I'm gonna love when she burns.
I want to join the prestigious Wizards Academy one day. I just hope they accept unicorns.
Listen, there's only room for one wizard in this party.
And her flaw, I can't keep a secret to save me life or anyone else's.
Oh no.
It's my flaw is worse for the party.
I wonder if it's better for you all to give a secret to Donabella that she's definitely not going to. I wonder if it's better for that, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it how it is. A fact about Donabella from each of you. Something connecting your character to hers. If you don't have anything, don't worry about it. But let's see if anybody has something maybe off top of their head.
Does she have a spell book by any chance?
Yeah.
She does. Its cover is that of a children's novel. It's a children's novel that was illustrated by Volo Thamkadar himself.
Cool. What spells are in it?
What spells are in it? You don't know.
Oh, well, I know my secret.
But you...
I'm gonna kill her fucking spell book.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know if that's your secret, I will tell you. But, yeah, go ahead, whoever's got one.
She sleeps with her eyes open.
Okay, that's something you know about.
Oh, no.
It's scary, but it's interesting. I cannot stop staring at her, too.
So that's one for Phandalin, one for Yova. I'll save Tom for last. Anything you want to add, Yova?
Well, I think she would have probably been the first one to welcome Yova to civilization.
Oh,
hanging out near the city gates or something.
Yeah, Neverwinter is the closest city, and I'm going to take a little bit of a DM liberty. You've all been to Neverwinter. It's where you probably got the news about Phandelver in the first place. You've all been to Neverwinter.
That's been to Neverwinter.
And we'll detail Neverwinter later if it comes up. Right now, it's not.
I mean, it's called Neverwinter.
It must be pretty warm there, right?
The only thing you have to know about it is the prominent source of civilization in the Sword Valley. It is the city. So that's all you have to know about Neverwinter until more details are needed. Okay, Yams. Yeah.
I know that there's something she knows, something I know about her.
Something, it can be something that you know about her. I'm totally fine with it being an only you thing, or it could just be a fact about her that everybody knows. It's up to interpretation.
It's quite obvious to everyone but her that Yams is only trying to use her for magical knowledge at some point. But it's a mutual thing. She is oblivious to it. Everyone knows Yams has. You probably assume Yams has in the past just stolen from her repeatedly back in Neverwinter.
Where'd my shoes go?
It's just one of those things, right? And she just seems like such
I used to have so many slippers.
That you might not know about the stealing from her part, but that's something Yams has done. And Yams is totally, it's like a use them till you need to lose them kind of deal.
I love that.
Because Yams' flaw, I'll give you guys this one for free, is when faced with the choice between money and my friends, I usually choose the money.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Awesome. So our camera has made its way all the way around as we've gotten introduced to every one of our characters. Our scene finally sort of actually begins. There's been silence before then. Everyone's just sort of staring at the fire. But this is where our adventure will begin. I'll leave the opportunity right now for y'all to interact for a few moments before we move on. This is an open sort of campfire moment. If y'all want to talk about whatever you want, so I will detail a couple of things. You have recently left Neverwinter and been on the road for 2 days on the way down the high road, and have just recently turned down the Tribord Trail, which is the offshoot road from the high road itself to Phandalin proper, the frontier town, which lies deeper in away from the coast, which you were on for quite some time. But as of today, you have turned away from that and are on the rougher patches of road. You're maybe but maybe not even an afternoon's journey from Phandalin, but it had become late, and these roads are considered dangerous, especially in these dangerous times. So you decide to take rest at camp, and that is where we are now. So open, go.
Hey, Yola.
What?
Can I get some of my stuff, please? So out of character, I have 6 strength, so I'd like to think somebody else helps me carry.
Okay. I have 13.
Really?
Yes. I'm a really powerful halfling.
Very
Yeah,
good.
just like jumping up, all like, hey, pillow, please, out of my back. I don't want to go through your stuff because that'd be rude. I'd never go through anybody's stuff.
She's gonna shift and kind of scoff as she reaches up, and it's not. He's like hopping to get it, and she just kind of.
Yeah, it's just like on a tree stump.
Yeah.
It's
Hands
like,
back to him.
thanks, buddy. It does like a couple snaps, and with every snap, like little shoots of fire come out. It's like, yeah.
Be careful with that.
Oh, you know it. And he like puts it down, and it's not like a pillow. It's a big pillow, but he Yams. She just like sits on and does a little circle like a dog almost, and like takes part of it.
Heck yeah.
And, like lays down on the pillow,
Setting up his ward.
like hanging out, right?
Yes.
And looking around.
Donabella, who I think would probably go by Bella. She'd be fine with that. She'll let
Not
a big yawn out. Oh, it's that time already, is it? I guess we have been on the road for a while. Can't face many dragons, tired, can we?
No, go to bed.
So you were sleeping. Okay. Good to know. Just follow my finger next time, okay?
Oh, what are you doing, Polin?
I'm not nothing. It's just I'm so curious. You're so interesting. Yes.
It's so funny you are.
Yes I am.
You regular comedian. You should really think about taking up the world of performing arts.
Maybe I will. Maybe I had already. We don't know.
Donabella starts going through her pack, like sort of looking at what probably something to snack on before she goes to bed.
There's like half a piece of food in there, but she definitely didn't eat the first half.
Oh, I swear, I had so much more.
Squirrels. Probably squirrels. The squirrels
Yeah,
always.
she'll probably bum a ration or something off a Pollen. So as you all start to get in that sort of mood, that zone of like, well, yeah, maybe it's time to put the fire out and rest. After the first bit of trying to stamp the fire out, who stamps the fire out? Is it Ylva or is it? I'm imagining Ylva goes for the fire stamp.
I have the biggest boot.
Yeah, the light begins to dim as you crush your foot into the ashes.
Skip some snow on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the only person with dark vision in this party.
You are. I will let you all know too. The weather is alpine. The clothes that you have on should be warmer. It is always like it doesn't get much hotter than 50-55 degrees around this time of year. We are in the northern parts of Faerun, so you are in fall currently, and it's going to be dipping to winter fairly soon. But it's cold. It is cold.
I'm bummed. I got like 4 layers on. I'm like the kid from the Christmas store or whatever. It's just like can't move his arms all the way.
So as you are stomping out the embers, Yova, I'm going to change our music a little bit here.
The happier music.
Do I smell an encounter?
No.
Oh, dreams. Yes.
Wolves are risen.
Wait, I can't have dreams yet. I haven't had any character development.
A puppy and it died.
The shadows of the light sort of dance across the logs as you crush into this fire, and the light seems to sort of trickle into places it quite hadn't before as the flashes of the flames go out as they die, and a disturbing fact becomes quite present in the mind of, I would say, anyone who has a perception above 10.
Okay.
11.
12.
Excellent. I believe. Let me see Donabella. Excellent. You would all notice this immediately.
From 18 on Monday to 12 today.
My next Sunday character has 25 passes.
Some of your hearts would begin to sink as you would look. First, Yilva to the north, and I would imagine Yilva and Yams to the north, and then Pollen and Donabella, your eyes would be drawn to the south as 2 figures enter the now dimming light of your campfire. At first, you assume the worst, and the worst is confirmed as you see these hulking figures step out, the muscle-bound forms of cloaked and completely covered in hides, they're towering humanoids, and you identify them immediately by the sort of gruesome tusks that rip from their mouths and the small, beady yellow eyes of Orcan kind. You would see on the muscle one of the huge forearms of these creatures, grasped in those massive knuckles, are axes, and these 2 orcs to your north and south, they don't look like they're here to be your friend.
Well, I speak Orcish, so the first thing I say, hi, we always like to make new friends. Feel free to sit down, we can talk about this, talk about our differences first before we do something really that we're gonna regret.
As she is talking, Ilda's gonna rush past her with her equipment already, coming
and
out.
Yams is sneaking underneath his pillow.
You immediately go to the pillow. The minute Yilva moves, Pollen's words might as well have droned out as they forward, and they're going for your party. I would like y'all to. Oh, I have an initiative on here from before. I don't know why.
Okay.
Oh, that's for
I
when
like
we
17.
roll
We can
who
keep
goes
that.
first.
We can keep it. God damn it.
No.
Where'd my initiative go? I rolled it. It was an 8.
17 is my strength.
Oh, never mind. I like this new one more.
Oh shit, shoot.
Oh man. Oh no.
Oh no, I don't
All
like this.
right, let's see how this goes.
What spells do I have prepared?
Yeah.
Would we know what Donabella can do in a fight?
You know that Donabella is a very skilled at Firebolt. You know that she has one other spell that is...
Copycat.
That-
Why would you tell me?
There's one other
Very
spell
skilled at
that
Firebolt.
she doesn't like to use Firebolt if she doesn't have to. Her favorite spell is Sleep. That is...
Why
one-
does she have to choose me?
Wait, do you have these spells too?
Yeah, sleep and firebolt.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, we can send Yams home. We don't need him now.
I'm so sorry. It's random. Yeah, you know that she also has the light spell. And she's used all three of those spells only around you guys. Those are the only spells she's seen. I'm gonna move us over to the battle map, and I don't know, but your initiatives might disappear. I'm sorry. Did they disappear?
Yeah.
Yep.
No. Wait,
Okay.
Yep, they did.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We will have to re-roll. I got 16 and a 6 on my orc. Just remember what you got. It should be in chat.
4.
Yep. You can roll yourself and then edit the result.
I totally had an 18.
Okay. I'm gonna re-roll these guys and put them in for 16. Oh, I got 2 pollens in here. What pollen? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Oh, it was an old one. All right. So let me just set these up. I will in the future make sure. So 16 and 4, and then what did Donabella get? I believe it was my first roll, which would have been 6. So. Unless I got it wrong. I probably did. It's fine. This is what I'm going to do. Alright, perfect. This is how it's going to be. Yams, as you crawl under your pillow, seeing... Oh, I love that you've drawn your pillow on there. That's perfect. As you see, the evidence of Chirovane's presence is true. These orcs should not be here, yet here they are. And they look like they are coming in with lethal intent. So what would you like to do, Yams?
Is the one to the north the one that goes at 16? I can't see the other one.
The one to the south looks like he's got a little bit more of a better reaction than his companion to the north.
Well, I can't see him.
Oh,
So,
let me see your vision. You should be able to see him, actually. He's just far in the distance. He's in some darkness.
I cannot.
Really? I am looking from your character view, and I can actually see him. Wait a minute. Is the campfire not lit up?
Oh, I can kind of see him if I highlight, like, I don't know.
No,
if this
the campfire is lit.
Yeah.
The campfire is
I don't know if this
Yeah,
is
it
a roll
is.
20 bug, but I think I know how to see through darkness now.
Oh my god.
Okay, I think I can barely make him out.
Okay.
How far away is he from me?
Yeah, he's a distance. He's
I'm gonna
50 feet.
cast sleep
Okay.
because at least I get to cast it before Donabella does. So if he has, that's a really bad roll.
Oh no.
All right. Yeah.
13 HP.
What does your spell look like and what does Yams look like casting a spell?
So Yams doesn't use a focus; he uses components. And I think for sleep, he pulls out of one of his little pockets. He's got a little jar of these little crickets jumping around,
Okay.
and he like opens it up, and he takes one, and he like gives it one crunch, and then he just spits it out, and it's just this like glittery mess that flies over there.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
lands
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
And then
Literally.
I'm gonna bonus action because I'm a goblin.
Mhm.
It's a stealth under my pillow.
Okay. Yeah. 12 stealth. Excellent. Wait a minute. Let me see what their Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So you spray that over, and I think I know why you stealth thematically. You spray it over, and immediately it like the magic hits the orc, and he's sort of like caught off guard in his charge for a moment. And he just and it just moves forward, still unaffected, and you immediately just
He just goes slides under.
Yeah, for all you know, you are well hidden, my friend. They have no idea it was you.
Let's hope their passive perception is lower.
That's awesome.
Or that they just want to attack closer people.
So this is the one that is going to be able to move first.
Kill Donabella.
Well, it's going to be between Pollen and Donabella, who are both of equal distance.
Don't kill Pollen, we need her.
Is Bella really at 1 HP?
She's not. She should be at 9. She has 1 in her level. Because she can level up.
We don't see HP. Is that intended?
Yes, if you just see the bar, you're fine. Pollen is closer, and so I think the orc is going to go after Pollen.
No.
Let's talk about this. You know, like, we have our differences, but we really don't have to do this.
You are trying to convince them of that on your turn. If you want to make that an action, I might actually have that have an effect. But in this moment, the orc is going. He's got his big axe. He runs right up. It's actually terrifying, Pollen. He towers over you, and this axe looks just to be made of crude iron. And you imagine if it were to hit your flesh, it would hurt. Really, it could kill you. And it's just go right for the small one first, just to strike him out of the way, get the small out of the way. So it is going to go for a great axe attack.
Okay.
On you. Does a 24 hit?
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
All right.
Potential one shot.
It does 10 slashing damage to you.
All right.
Oh my God, no.
Healer's down. Healer down.
Immediately, this orc rolls up and cuts into Pollen, putting her down to the ground. Immediately, Bella lets out a shriek, "Pollen, no!" And you drop to the ground.
I am down.
Josh, how's your medicine? Mine's
I am scared of the dying.
This is a perfect time for me to introduce probably the only homebrew rule I will allow in here. First and foremost, you
kill
all have
Mikhail on the first roll.
You
I'm down.
all have inspiration, and your inspiration can be used to re-roll die as it naturally does, but you can also use your inspiration for one other thing. I'm stealing this from Pathfinder 2nd edition because I like this a lot, but I probably won't do too many others. You can use your inspiration to bring yourself back to 1 HP if you want.
Can I use it to take Michaela back down to 0 HP?
It's not cool.
Oh my god. So yeah, we just see Pollen just this axe swiped right across with the fierce strength of this orc. It is Ylva's turn.
So like getting ready and seeing Pollen go down immediately is just, and then I would like to rage.
Okay.
Yay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what does that look like?
It's just her eyes will. They'll. It's awesome. They'll kind of glow over a little white.
Yeah.
In the snow, you can't tell if it's like the reflection in the sky or whatever.
Like an owl.
But yeah, kind of. But she would just like shield up and rush in as fast as she can.
Okay.
Do attack. I'll mark that I am raging.
Excellent. Go where you're gonna go.
You attacking Pollen?
No. I'm gonna like run right, step right over her and slash with my longsword.
All right, go for
yeah,
it.
easy enough.
That hits.
Hey,
6 points of damage. Yeah.
he's dead.
Yeah, you cut into to the orc. Goes to block, and you immediately bring his axe out of the way, open him up, and drive the sword into him. And you can just see the spittle on his face. Those tiny yellow eyes looking at you that have no other intent other than just to get rid of you.
Gosh, I think you should have done 8 damage. You're a raging barbarian.
Yeah, you would deal an extra
rage
2.
damage. Yep, it's actually in there, and I didn't check it.
Yep,
Oh, nice.
You have bloodied. You have bloodied them. I will use this symbol for bloodied.
For a firebolt.
Yeah. He is bloody. The blood's gushing out of his gut, much as the from the slash across Pollen's chest as well.
Yeah, she'll just look at him and roar.
Yeah, he roars back, that primal, like, you are probably what this orc is used to fighting in its own tribe. Like, this is very much, at the same time you are enemies, there is a kinship here of blood and battle and death. it is Donnabella's turn. She saw poor Pollen go down. Says, "You're not killing my friends anytime soon!" And she immediately summons a ball of fire and looses it out at this orc. We'll see how she does. What?
Ball of fire or bolt of fire?
It's a small ball. She doesn't know fireball, but it is a fire bolt.
I was gonna say she's a liar.
Oh no! She rolled a 6.
She's doing great.
Yeah.
It's okay. Both the
she
it's
fires.
It's not D&D. It's at level 1. Both of the wizards are doing nothing.
Yeah, and also note, if you want to use your inspirations for anything other than just coming back from 0 HP, you have to say that you want to use it before the roll, not after. Just getting that solidified now. So yeah, she fires. Damn it! What am I so bad at aiming? And it would be Pollen's turn. Pollen, I'm so sorry that you are down for the first round of combat in your first fight with this character, but I would like for you to make a death saving throw, or you can use your action, or not your action, but use your turn to spend your inspiration to come back to 1 HP, if you'd like to do that now.
Or you don't want to burn it.
Like
I can pick you up next turn.
Okay, I will not. I will roll for death saving, making it still like a little bit dramatic. Yes.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Make a roll.
Good.
Yeah. You being because you are a healing type, a cleric type. You immediately assess the damage down there. And oh, by the way, with dropping, I really like the way Tom does it in 5e, where you are still conscious.
Oh.
Technically, but like bleeding out kind of situation. So technically, you can also crawl 5 feet. That's another thing you could do.
Okay.
If you'd like to do that's an option, but you have to.
I'm gonna go behind. Yes, I'm gonna just go like behind.
Yeah,
this is. Okay.
You're dragging it away, and yeah, you kind of know how to assess the wound, kind of put pressure on it in the right place. It's
just a flesh wound.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. All right.
You go get him.
So. The orc to the north sees that the action is being had without him, and will immediately run into the fire 30 feet. It'll use its aggressive ability, to use a bonus action to move its speed up to another hostile creature it can choose. It is probably going to go for. It's going to go for Yova, I think, just because of the sheer that you've used at him. He'll make a Great Axe attack. And for all those who might be watching, you're going to see my rolls come through with advantage. Don't worry, the highest number is not always on the left. I'm always just picking the left number unless they have advantage, at which point I'll pick.
Yeah, okay.
So it'll make a Great Axe attack. A 21 to hit.
Miss.
No hits. Yeah, no hits for sure.
8
Definitely.
slashing damage as it immediately drives its axe right into your back.
Have to 4 raging.
Have to 4 raging, absolutely. And as he sees as you've kind of withstood that blow, there's a frustration on the creature's face.
Yeah.
Yam, things seem to be going very violent outside of Pillow region.
So Yams is gonna crawl out from underneath the pillow, right?
Okay.
Surveil the situation. Everything seems to be going as normal. Pollen is dying on the ground. Yova surrounded by enemies, and Yams is gonna like crawl out, still stealth. Crawl out over here.
All right.
Crawling behind him, and he's like right on the edge of the fire. He's only 2 feet, and he just, Yova, move over. Move a little bit.
Not even paying attention. She's in the zone.
I'm gonna hold my action to cast Burning Hands at the end of Yova's turn.
Okay. Absolutely.
And he's like warming his hands by the fire. He's like,
oh yeah. You like maybe pick up some of the coals from the ground. Yeah. Oh, I love that. So you are holding your action.
So Burning Hands. Remind me, is it the cone?
it's a cone, so it's a 15-foot cone. So I can do it goes 15 feet out, So I do 1 square. Here, I can just draw the squares that I was going to cast them on.
So do I need to step?
So I can do 1 square here.
Yeah, you can go 1 square up would be.
And then I'm going to do 2 squares here. All right, those are behind your character, but it's on your squares.
Sorry, no, this is meta. Is that okay?
No, that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with you guys planning out tactics. I'm not gonna.
These are the squares I'm going to burn my hands on.
All right.
There's one that's
And
behind
one
your
is
character.
under. Yeah, so I'll have to like step back. Yeah.
So if you go to the north one, you won't provoke from top of it. Or you can stand there and
I
take
got you.
it.
I got you.
So with
Bad idea.
with readying a spell, you spend the spell slot now. It is spent, and you are concentrating on that spell. If you lose that concentration, you lose the spell. But because you previously stealthed, I don't think they know about you right now.
No.
So I like that you spent the bonus action to stealth. So using your character there. All right, it is the one on your left on the right side's turn. Yilva, it's still completely focused on you. It didn't even notice Donnabella's complete miss of fire. I think it was in its periphery, but it's focused entirely on you, who has a sword driven into its gut. So it is just gonna lift. It's got the sword still in its gut. It's just gonna take its arm out from under, grab on top of its great axe, try to bring it down onto you. It's gonna make a swing with the great axe. A 9.
Miss.
All right. I'm imagining
Shield
you draw out the. Oh, you have the shield. Yeah, you bring the shield.
Just gonna spark it off.
Yeah, we didn't even see it into this point. Yeah, I think you just spark it off, brings it down. And you shift his whole body weight to the side, and the glancing blow goes right into the ground, hefty into the dirt, the cold dirt beneath your feet. And it is your turn.
So, seeing that, feeling the one behind me. She's going to try to keep both of them in the front and step back 1
Okay.
and do kind of a spin and try to longsword at the one's neck, the one that's stuck in the ground at the moment.
This one right here. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Go for an attack.
Uh,
All right, yeah, you go to strike, and it lifts its axe up, digging it out of the ground with immense strength. You imagine that would take a little bit more for a normal man, but these orcs are just that extra inhuman strength. It rips up its axe and just blocks the blade caught right beneath the curve of the axe. And it is
just kind of press against them.
It's burning hands time!
Okay. They both need to make a dexterity save as flames begin to lick, pulled out of the fire to the side of Yams as he sort of takes those flames and pushes them forward in a tornado of fire, pushing out horizontally. And is going to lick these orcs here. They both need to make dexterity saving throws. I'll make a first is a 4 and the next one is a 5. They both fail. The flames burst on each of them. They both kind of get sort of like pushed back a bit. The one that took the brunt of the flames survives, but we see the fires as they grow even more intense as they go further out, completely consume the orc furthest away from you, Yams. And it's just an ashen dark shadow form piles to the ground. Completely burned. It's quite gruesome.
Oh. Yeah.
This one's back. It's all of the furs on its back, making up its cloak, are still lit aflame. It looks really badly burned. You can see just sort of the scarring,
shit.
The flames.
Did he get back up?
He gets back up.
It did relentless. Oh shit!
No, we dropped Michaela.
Oh no, Josh, the other one's still dead. This one I just.
This one's
Did
dead.
it just die or did it use relentless?
No. They don't have
no?
relentless.
Okay,
this one is dead. But this is the one that has survived. Hopefully we can get Michaela back pretty soon. It is technically Donnabella's turn. She sees that there is only one left and is going to take this chance. And she says, "Good job with that fire, Yams. You're going to have to teach me that sometime." And she casts out Firebolt at That's
It's just like, I ain't teaching you shit. Fucking.
Oh, a 12 to hit. She misses again. It soars by, and she's just like, "Dang it! Why am I so useless?" And
yeah, I'm just like looking like this as he's expecting this orc to just turn around and kill him.
welcome back. You've returned. The orcs were completely caught in the flames. One of them is dead. The other is barely clinging to life. Its pelts are on fire, but it is still alive. Donabella fired another firebolt. Was unable to land a hit. But it is your turn, Pollen. You are still suffering from your wound on the ground.
Yep.
You can move 5 feet. It will not provoke any opportunity attacks. Or you need to make a death save first of all if you're not going to use your inspiration.
Oh, first the death save.
Okay.
I first blanked. I blanked out for a few seconds as Pollen. That's what happened here. Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, the blood loss. You save again. Yeah, you save again. You're actually doing quite great.
I just turn around and start trying to okay, prepare myself for my healing wound.
Yeah.
I just see these towering monsters above me. I'm like, oh god, this is fine.
Yeah. If you try to draw on any of your magic in this state, you will find that it would take too much of your energy to do.
Yeah.
Still putting you in that unconscious, quote unquote conscious state. It is Orc's turn. It is going to turn immediately over what just cast all the fire upon it, and it will look down at the little pile of clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, this way. There we go.
Lifts up its axe in a rage and goes to strike down upon you.
Lets out a slew of slurs.
20 to hit.
Yes.
Oh.
13 slashing damage.
Oh,
no! It cuts down right into Yams, immediately dropping him to the ground.
I like to think I was too close to him to do a full swing, and I just get hit with the fucking
Stick.
with the like a
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah, the blade drives in the ground, but you
Flat part, yeah.
you just get bumped in the head by a
Pass out next to the fire. I'm like half in the fire pit, half out of it, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yams, make a death saving throw for me. You can also crawl 5 feet if you want.
Or inspiration yourself.
Or inspiration yourself back up if you want to. Yeah, that is a super save.
No, you know what? I will death. If I can I forgot about the inspiration. Can I just inspiration?
Yeah, you spend your inspiration and you can come back with 1 HP. You have your turn.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, you motherfucker. Oh gosh. So I stand up 15 feet. Bonus action, disengage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You just walk away angry. This is not fair.
Go behind Donabella. Get behind her and be like, "Duh, you gotta shoot it. You gotta shoot it like this. You really gotta snap into it. You really gotta snap it. Come on."
Are you crawling?
No, I stood up.
Okay.
I'm
Inspiration,
2 feet tall.
Yeah, so it might as well. She's just like, how'd you survive that? I thought you were dead.
Listen, you gotta hold your arm up when you fireball. You snap.
Okay, Gams, coach me. And she's coming down.
Oh god, no. Oh, god.
It is that orc is dead, but it is.
He used his attack. 11.
11. Yeah, you go to fire, and it soars off, and she turns back. You see, it's not that easy.
No, you got my way. Oh my god, you and your fat spell book always getting my
Yeah, you see this huge, oversized children's book with Volothamp Kadarm's face on it, and there's ponies and stuff around.
I can barely see over this damn tree log anyway. Everything is so goddamn big. I'm built for a fucking goblin. I mean halfway.
It's Yilva's turn. Yilva, this one you go to strike out. This one just sort of barely clinging to life, really. The burns still fire on there. Looking through, you can see the burn scars sort of starting to peel up on its flesh. It just doesn't care. It's not doing anything to put them out. And you go to swing, it just puts that axe back up after what it assumes was just the Yams is still dead in front of him. Didn't you? So it just immediately puts that as you see its face from under the pelted cloak, those eyes looking out at you as it blocks the strike. Telling on Bella's just like, all right, James. Okay, I can do this.
Give me a little snap. Give me a little snap with it. Give me a little snap.
Okay, a snap. Don't worry, Yelva. Pauline, I got this. And she's going to put a snap, a little flourish to her firebolt. Come on, unicorns, help me.
Oh, no.
23 to hit.
Yes. Yeah, unicorns.
Yeah, man. She
it's a snap. It's
she
not
throws out
unicorn.
7 points of damage. She blasts and she's just like, "Come on, power the unicorn!" And snaps
Rainbows!
forward. Rainbows, and it blasts into. We get a shot from the orc's face, and we just hear a, and we're like looking at its face, not down from below here as it's blocked Yelva. That same face, I think that same shot as he blocks and he's coming through with the growl. Yelva growling right back at him, and his body shifts. And he falls to the side as we probably get a shot from the back. There's just a hole burnt. Just sort of barreled halfway through the back and burning out his spine, and he falls to the ground dead. And we just see the other side as the body moves out of the way. Bella just, I did it!
Yeah, high five, Bella. We fucking did. Ice those fools. Yeah, I mean, blaze those fools. I don't know. Hey, is Pollen dead?
Pollen, it is your turn. Make a saving throw. As you say that for the first time, some blood chokes out and covers the chin of Pollen.
But she's still smiling. She's doing great.
It's your turn, Yams.
Okay, step aside, Yellow, calm down. I got this. Alright, I got this. Alright, I just gotta cauterize the wounds a little bit.
Roll out some bandages, make a medicine check.
I ain't got any bandages. I just got old clothes.
Yeah, you rip some clothes. I love it. You just sort of drop them on her. Go ahead.
I got this. I like just burn part. Like, oh, that was an old scar. That wasn't. Oh god.
As a healer, no.
Oh my god, no. Cause I put my finger on. Conserve your strength, Colin. You're gonna be okay.
Yelva. It is obvious that Yams is not helping Pollen. Pollen seems like she could die of blood loss here if real medicine is not administered.
Gonna drop my rage. You can see like the color come back, and gonna kneel down and try to stabilize her.
Okay. Make a medicine check. Oh my god, you come back with 1 HP, Pollen. What do you do, Yelva? Like, do you just have like maybe some like mountain, like some tribe herb or something?
Well, from living like out in the wilderness, it's one of those quick, like she's folding stuff over, grabbing stuff from the pack, quick, wrapping the bandage around, just kind of field dressing it. She's done countless times before. And she's got like she's kind of like crossed it over her chest and wrapped it around the waist and everything.
All right, yeah, you're fully bandaged up as Yelva approaches and ministers her skills of the wild to save you. You actually feel better. The wound still hurts. Yams has a similar wound, but it's just like his head is still humming, I imagine. But yeah, Pollen, you got a strike right across the chest, and it stings. That's gonna take some time.
You know what? I'm not surprised, but Yerva, you're my one and only. You're my savior. You're my giant beauty. Thank you.
I need to stop saving your life.
No, just keep doing it. It's pretty good. It's pretty great. One day I'll save yours. I promise.
Yeah, she's still useful to us. Like, that could have been one of us getting fucked up, but instead it was Pollen.
They go for me. I try to talk first and attack, but then I talk.
No, I like that. When you talk, they come after you first. I like that.
You should talk before attacking. That's just common knowledge.
Listen, according to my character sheet, I always attack first. Nope, that's not one of my things.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was fun. I don't know how we're gonna kill a dragon if two random dudes just show up and jack her shit up.
Bella looks down at some of the bodies. She says, "Oh, no, about random. I think the flyers from Old Harbin Wester were right. These orcs must have come from the mountains. They aren't kidding. They're quite a danger."
You see,
Oh,
they're
I'm sure
homeless. They have issues. They are homeless. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Continue talking. I talk a lot.
I was just gonna say, no matter where they come from, they all taste great. So, anybody else want some?
Bella pokes a cheek shake. These aren't magical at all.
What is this, cannibalism or?
I know what you're talking about. And is there an issue if it is? These are all questions for another time.
I eat no
I think
orc.
you're still a little unconscious. Alright, I don't care. I don't care what you do, Bella. I really don't.
You all got weird taste if you eat an orc. We should pull them out of the camp. She starts like grabbing one by the foot.
I grab the other part. I'm like, we can cook some of this. We got fire.
Oh, they smell!
As they're fighting over it, Yola like steps in and grabs the foot and just one-handed drags it away as they're both hanging onto it.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yams
Yola.
lanches on with his huge. So when you do see Yams' mouth, it is about the whole size of their head.
Yeah.
And it's just like latched on like a dog as you're just carrying it around.
It's very much.
They're quite the gnome, Yola. You never. That's odd.
Palin's just like too lower down. Too obvious.
She's gonna work on moving the corpses like away from the camp and maybe start digging so that we can no more show up because of the smell or anything.
You guys really just want to throw away food like that?
These are not for eating.
They're two great bodies.
Well, they're quite muscular, so can't complain.
Go to sleep.
Whoa, you're not my mom.
Bella said, "We'll have to
And
set
if
up
you were, I'd ask you why you named me Yams.
Just gonna continue digging.
He says, "I don't know if any of us are going to get much sleep tonight. Not with that. Oh, I think you're right, Yams. Don't know how we're going to deal with a dragon."
You know,
Probably shoot it with fire.
Bella would lean back and eventually be the most irresponsible of you and just fall asleep without even establishing if she's going to take a watch or not. She just goes to bed.
she still has her eyes open.
Yeah.
And I'm just like looking at her like nothing. No.
It looks like she passes out.
Yep.
Oh, daisies, unicorns, rainbows. Oh.
Oh my god.
So
That's weird.
If there's anything else, if there isn't anything else we want to administer in this scene, we can move on to the next day to Phandalin, if y'all are ready.
For sure.
Excellent. So, let's introduce y'all to where you'll be adventuring. Alrighty. I have an intro for this place. I will say though,
Full rest.
it is 8:20. This is a perfect time to take a 5-minute break, and we can come back since we're falling close to that 8:30 time. So, friends, we will return momentarily. Just give us 5 minutes, and we'll come back and play out the rest of the adventure for the night. All right, talk to y'all soon. Bye. welcome back, friends. As we continue our adventure, our party had just defended themselves at camp against two orcs who had come across them.
You're welcome.
The presence of orcs becoming a prominent thing in the Sword Valley ever since the arrival of Kyrovane the Wicked, the local dragon that our adventure is based on.
Pyro or Cryo?
Cryo. Sorry, it's Cryo. I apologize.
Okay.
It's Cryovane. If I said it wrong, it's Cryovane.
Gotcha. I just assumed because.
Let me confirm and not get this wrong.
Yeah, you
it's
said
Cryo. It's Cryo. I apologize. It's Cryo.
I GM this all the time.
Because he's so cold. Like,
Yep.
Okay, sorry. That's
Because
can't be
he's
quiet.
cold. No, that is D&D for you. The names are always going to be a little fun and
I
silly.
like that. It's
Me
easier.
too. All right, let's and our party has just taken off from camp and made their way to Phandalin the next day, and that is where we are picking up in the town of Phandalin.
Civilization. This is so nice.
So, nestled in the rocky foothills of the snow-capped Sword Mountains is the mining town of Phandalin, which consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings. Crumbling stone ruins surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Phandalin's residents are quiet, hard-working folk who came from distant cities to eke out a life amid the harsh wilderness. They are farmers, stone cutters, blacksmiths, traders, prospectors, and children. The town has no walls, no garrison, but most of the adults look to keep weapons within easy reach in case the need for arms should arise. Visitors are welcome here, particularly if they have coin to spend or news to share. The Stone Hill Inn at the center of town offers modest lodging and meals. A couple of doors down from the inn, posted outside the town master's hall, is a job board for adventurers. You enter the town. You see people passing you. You get looks as there are mostly looks of relief and excitement and maybe even hope as individuals enter the town who are obviously of the mercenary life. You guys have your weapons, you have your spellbooks, you have everything. It's obvious enough.
Tower over everyone.
Yeah, it is
Like a
you are
kindergarten, pretty much.
you are a sight for sore eyes to the undefended people of Phandalin. The town is open to you to do as you will. There are a few things that are pointed out here, and you guys come across these naturally, but I think it's just as easy to sort of describe what is here so you guys have a general idea of what is where. We can assume that just talking to people in idle conversation would have given you a kind of lay of the land. So we have a few places. The Stonehill Inn was previously mentioned. We have Barthen's Provisions, which is one of the buildings you would pass in the beginning of town. It is a general store for goods and supplies, including backpacks, bedrolls, rope, and rations. We have the Lion Shield Coaster, which is a building owned by a mercenary company. They sell armor and weapons, of which there are many for sale to interested buyers. They also have a town smithy that they work with across the town to supply them. We have Phandalin's Minor Exchange, where goods come to be any valuables found out in the mountains are weighed, measured, and paid out. It serves as an unofficial records office for the town as well. And then we have the Shrine of Luck, the only point of religious interest in the town. It worships the god Timora, goddess of luck, and it is small and quaint, but well kept by a single sister of the faith. And then we have the Town Master's Hall, recently described to you all, and that's those are the places of interest that you can immediately see. And with that, do as you will. Bella's probably looking up at everything, just kind of like getting the lay of the land, and she's just like, "Oh, it's nice to get off the road at last."
Yeah, totally. This place rocks.
It's too noisy.
Just imagine it like cockroaches around you, you know? Like when you're lying down and they're crawling all over you, you just have to accept it.
I don't want to think about that.
Now that you got me all hungry, let's hit up the tavern.
Yeah, you guys want to head into Stonehill Inn?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. Bella, do you see yourself as more of a follower or a leader?
She says, "Oh, I see myself as more of a unicorn."
Guys, I fucking hate her. I hate her so. I look away. So it's one of those she keeps I fucking hate her so much. Oh my god, I can't do this, guys.
You're doing great. You're holding the smile.
Oh my god.
You're asking way too. I think this is the thing where only Pollen can hear because we're the short people here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's a human, so she's of medium height.
You know that humans are weird.
Yeah.
Humans
I mean,
just...
Pollen, you're still 50% taller than me.
You know, like...
So like, what the hell? What the hell?
Gilda steps over and places a hand like right on top of Yams.
Hey, personal space, bro.
This is not cool, even though I like you, but no, not cool.
It'll be nice while we're here.
Okay.
I have always been nice. Against my urges to... Oh my god.
Bella pokes her head into the conversation.
Fire up a little bit.
She pokes her head and she says, "What
That
y'all
is a
talking
definite
about?
point of contentment.
Are we going into the inn or
really
what?
hungry.
I want a drink."
Listen,
I'm sorry, we're going in. We're just having a discussion between us short people. Well, most of us short people.
You pass through the door to the Stonehill Inn. Big hefty door on hinges that have probably seen a lot of work and wear in their time. They have a nice, pleasant enough to hear creak as you enter into the Stonehill Inn itself. You see a pretty full, flushed out tavern before you. It's got all the amenities you would expect. A bar, many tables, a few set up for games, barrels filled with ale in the back, raptors hanging, different ornaments of possibly hunters' kills, a hearth roaring in the corner of the room, and a notable individual in this chamber you would immediately notice is the halfling. It's halfling barkeep. It's vendor, as it would be, who's in the middle of just sort of standing up on a. You can tell that the bar, like the other side, is lifted to put him at the same height as his patrons, as he's of the shorter stature. And you would also take note that there are tables and chairs built for smaller folk here. This inn, presumably owned by halflings,
sure.
it does, yeah. Presumably owned by halflings is made.
Is there anything for me to sit on?
There is. There are. For bigger people, like you can manage to get in the normal chairs. Yeah, when you step in, like you could easily the rafters are close to your head, probably only 2 feet above, and you could easily grab at one.
Like keep from knocking all of the trophies off of the ceiling.
Okay, absolutely. Avoid the chandelier in the middle of the room. Yeah, you have entered the tavern. What do you guys do?
Finally, I feel included, guys. You have no idea. Trying to find the seating for yourself, you always have to climb, and it's just so embarrassing because you look a child.
I know what you mean.
You get looks for sure,
nice.
by the way.
I mean, I'm so cool right now. Yes.
Going to be a problem.
Most of the looks come at the height difference of everybody who just entered. I think the first eyes go straight to Ylva, and then they go right down to Yams, and they come back in between up to Pollen and Bella. Especially the one human who should be normal has the unicorn thing on. So
I'm gonna rip that thing off your head and stomp on it one of these days. Just so you know, Bella.
The person who gets the least looks is gonna be Pollen. A halfling. I mean, you can obviously see from here, halflings are a normal sighting.
Yay.
Yams is totally a halfling too.
Yeah, this is my brother.
Standing over here, yeah.
We went to the same cell. We're fine. We're being great.
what would you guys like to do? You are standing in the sort of entryway where tables have been kind of shoved out of the way, just creaky floorboards beneath you, an open space where people might stand and talk if they get drunk enough in the middle of the night, or maybe even dance if there's a bard playing, which there currently is one human individual. He's sort of plucking at strings, but he seems like he's probably a regular because not a lot of people are paying attention to this individual. They're trying to give some tune.
Listen, I got a question for you guys. And by you guys, I don't mean you, Bella. You go get his drinks.
She jingles in her pocket. I got enough silver to get us all drinks. I think that's in order for our previous victory.
We're not talking about you either.
Thank you.
Says,
you're doing fine.
Not sure why you'd mention that, but okay. And she just goes towards the bar and immediately strikes up a conversation with the halfling bartender, who they immediately have a very, very pleasant conversation. It's very much just, how are you? And he just says, oh well, I'm fine. I'm doing, and it's just like it's nice back and forth between the two. What are you guys doing?
Why are you so rude? She's weird, but it's okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, okay?
Okay, but why did you send her to get us drinks?
Because I got a question for you guys. I know how she already feels about this. But, like, listen, if we're going to be killing a dragon, there's going to be all kinds of shit up there, alright?
Yeah?
That's going to be trying to kill us, right? Like those dudes earlier.
Uh-huh.
I think there are a lot of suckers in this tavern. We could pay a little money to carry the torch with us. You know, we know there are traps around, and I don't want you opening all the traps and getting all the saw blades and all the poison splatter in your face. We get somebody else to do that for us. And,
what are you saying? I'm not strong enough.
I think you're more than strong, but I'd prefer to conserve your strongness for more important matters. These people will die. They will die. If that is an issue, we do not need to do this. If they don't die, that's great. But I'm saying like 80% chance of death. Like us. I mean, we have an 80% chance.
So I'm way taller than him, and his voice is coming out of the pile of clothing, and all I hear is. So
it's like a Charlie Brown t-shirt.
I'm gonna like gently wade through the tavern and see if there's somewhere I can sit without like having to contort my body.
Yep, there is a table free of any current patrons that you think you could easily get comfortable at. The only ones adjacent to it, probably only other individuals of interest other than the barkeep themselves. Most other people look to be commoners and definitely look to be people of this town. But two individuals that would strike you as out of the ordinary would be they're sitting at the same table. You see a younger man. He seems to be of Omnuan descent, and he has he wears a blue robe, and he has a mark on his head that looks like an upside down U. Which make an Arcana check for me.
This can be great.
Mm-hmm.
You know that to be the symbol of necromancy. And which is quite taboo. You don't know why anyone would put it here, and yeah, it seems a bit of a detriment to any civilized individuals to display something like that. And the second person looks to be that first was a human, young human man, and the first is probably a little bit older, 30s, maybe I would say 40s actually, a bit of a grizzled woman, an elf. You can see the pointed ears as they sort of pop over her cowboy hat that she wears, tan. She has a vest. She looks well built, like she could probably punch this guy's lights out if she wanted to, sitting across from her, this young man. She's well built, and she's kind of got like a lean back look, while the young man seems to be sort of sifting through a book. You watch his hands sort of wave over the pages as they move, and he's sipping tea. Yeah, those would be two other individuals of interest.
Okay. Interesting.
You find your table, sit down. What are the rest of you up to?
I am following like a puppy, my savior, my big person that I trust. And I'm just gonna like try to get. I'll bring my little chair, but then I'm like, I want to be at her same level, so I'm gonna just like climb up on the table and just be like, so what do you see? Wow, what a different view.
Yeah,
could be bigger.
I climb up and I'm like, so is that a no? I don't know.
I
you
think
guys need somebody to like carry the torch for you guys. I know y'all suck at seeing in the dark.
Yeah, well, we can
hire somebody just to walk behind us and carry a torch too. And then if they get picked off, they get picked off. I mean, that's us dying too, right? Like,
Yeah.
they know it's at risk here.
Well,
They can make their own decisions.
Well, I'm just here because of her, so like any help would be great.
Would you trust Bella to hold a torch? You could have her. She didn't use a weapon, right? She just...
You see that she's starting to gather the drinks. Like there's already 2 down. She's waiting for the other 2, and she's kind of bouncing at the edge of the bar, waiting for the others. Looking back to you guys, looking there, looking kind of like she wants to go. She wants to go. Stolben's filling up another.
She knows exactly where we're sitting. It's kind of hard to miss. So.
Yep, she's looking right over there at you and back to the drinks, and at you and back to the drinks.
Yeah, do like a smile wave, and when she looks at her, she's like...
I love it. I love it. If you would have spent inspiration, I'd give it to you just for that. It's so good.
Well,
I mean, if we don't trust her to hold the torch, we can just light her on fire. That'll last for a little bit. Let her run around and listen. I have crude humor. We know this.
yeah.
It's totally humor. It's totally a joke.
Ha ha.
It's not a joke.
We could always use help, but she has potential. Like we're all interesting here. But not quite as her, but she's great.
I'm just saying, if we want to pick up any unskilled labor,
What about those 2 interesting individuals?
they're out of our price range.
What if? Well, we have Irva. Irva is buff and big.
No, she's
They're
great. I'm talking someone else. She's got a sword and a shield. What are we gonna do? Like put a torch in her hat or something?
that could work.
I tell her she has to dodge and it falls and she lights on fire.
Well,
And-
that's entertaining.
I don't think.
Hey,
that's-
whoa, you're the sadistic one. That's not me. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Come on. It would be funny though.
What about you? We don't have to get it. I know you hate people.
I don't hate people.
You hate being here around people.
I am traveling with a very noisy group. Yes.
But
One sec. I'll let you finish.
Do it.
One thing to note for Yilva, I will say, though the road was pleasant and this is a little unpleasant, it is troves better than Neverwinter. Neverwinter was a constant ding. I think you probably had a headache the whole time you were there. There are too many people in one place in Neverwinter. You don't know how it survives.
So this is still.
This is still a bit of a, but
doable.
it's better.
Yeah.
It's better. Like you've known villages to in your tribe to maybe hold half of what's here. So it's okay. This would be like going to like a shields meet for your for your tribes.
Hmm.
Which is probably the most socialization you got as growing up.
How about we eat first? Decide later.
Sounds good.
Michaela had something that I cut her off. I'm gonna let her.
It's just ramble bullshit that she talks about. It's okay.
No, please go. Keep going.
Yeah. She's just like admiring this Goliath because she just remembers this like godlike thing and she's like, oh, why do they deserve this? Why am I at this presence of this big humongous Goliath? Yes. It's quite, big eyes just like, tell me more.
Yeah.
That's great. Before long, Bella will return with the drinks. She's kind of like, she gets them all down, and a couple of them spill over a little bit. She catches them all. She's like, pretty good at this, and she pushes them forward. She has a full mug of ale for each of you, and she says, "Not sure what you like, sir. I just got the house special," and she just pours it all over, and she says, "That barkeep, Tobin, he said his name is. What an interesting fellow. While he was fixing up the drinks, I got him talking a little bit, and I might have picked up a little rumor."
Ooh.
That's why you're my favorite, Bella.
Says, not sure what the relevance of it is, but it is quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's some bloke who lives in the woods. A fellow named Falcon, not too far from now. Neverwinter Wood is supposed to be one of the most dangerous places in the world, but apparently he's got a lodge somewhere out there that it's a realm of safety, I guess. Very interesting. It said that people who come to meet him are, well, gifted with some sort of blessing of luck or something of the kind. Guess he comes into town.
We need that.
I have luck.
Guess he comes into town once in a while, but he said I haven't heard from him for some time, so quite interesting though. Don't know who the hell survived there. I hear there's a lot of magic in Neverwinter Wood.
Magic, you say?
Says,
I do like magic.
Unicorns. She smiles.
Uh,
What I wouldn't give to see one of those
his
beautiful
breath.
beasts.
I don't think.
Breath, he's just like, I just want to eat a fucking unicorn. If I could eat a unicorn forever, oh my god, that's better than killing her. That's all I need. And he's just like muttering this as he's like drinking. He's like, oh, that's all I need. That's all I need.
So we're in a fantasy world, but I will say, despite that, unicorns are essentially a myth in this world too. They're that rare. That's like people are like they're not real, homie. And she's like, no, they are. Volothamp wrote a whole story about them. Look, and she just holds up her spell book, which, by the way, her spell book is literally spells written in the margins of a children's book. That's her spell book.
But we can get you that unicorn, Bella. You deserve it.
She says, "Oh, Yams, that's why you're my favorite."
Oh, you.
Oh, you.
Also, if you want to trade spells sometime, you look at each other's spell
Of course!
books.
And she opens the book and starts flipping through it. And I think the minute you see this, I don't know how much of an organizer of the arcane you are, or how chaotic your stuff is, or whether you flinch at this, but yeah, her spells are all written in a very scribbly hand. You're not sure how how the incantations connect, and they're all in the margins. So it's like when somebody writes a word in the corner and they have to squish it in, and it's almost illegible. And that's where all of her spells are. She like flips.
Yams like relates to this kind of.
Okay.
Yams is like, yeah, here's some of mine. So Yams doesn't have like a book. It's just a lot of like loose pieces of paper with like half of a spell on this piece. I think it's like the other half is in this pocket.
Bella doesn't
It's like,
blink
you
an
see,
eye.
You put them together like this, and then you kind of gotta form them, and then they all kind of come together, and you gotta fold this one like that.
Very nice. And she, she's extremely interested. She fans out, like, she's got her spells. They're all on one page in the book. They're just
So
scribbled
what spells she got?
She has light, firebolt, and sleep.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know. But she's immediately eyeing, and she gets fucking Steven Universe stars in her eyes when she sees the burning hand spell. She says, "Oh, I wish I had the gold to buy the inks to get that."
Oh yeah, it's cool.
I bet
This
they sell
one,
them
and
somewhere.
I pull it out, and I have the grease spell. I'm like, this is the fun one.
Oh,
the fun one. Grease
Jesus.
them up.
What? Where'd you get all these awesome spells? You have to teach me. Once I get the inks and the materials, please, Yams.
So the secret goes back to Yams that stole these spells from her before she knew what they were.
Yeah, that's so good. You ripped out the page.
Traded spell books?
So
No,
good.
he swapped spell books. Literally swapped spell books.
Like she had, like somebody got her a gift, like, oh, we got you a new spell, and it's like on the scroll, and she was gonna inscribe it, but then it was just like one day. Like she just never locks her door at home, and it's just an easy mark for Yams.
Oh.
Total accident that they're traveling together.
I missed something in the rumor. She would have added it. He's a retired veteran of many wars, apparently, and it said that if you offer him that he'll offer room and board to anyone who brings him a bottle of wine.
Ooh.
So that is something extra. I will make sure that rumor is posted somewhere in
Is that Bacardi?
All right,
Bring this guy some Bacardi. He's really cheap. We're good.
Oh my
get
God.
a 5 o'clock vodka, call it a day. Bella, I can maybe show you some of those spells sometime. We'll see.
She says, "Oh, James, you're just a dear." And she sips and she starts drinking down on her ale. Is she too cute? She's killing you?
I'm just like sad because they're like I know that he's using her. And
It's so hard.
And I'm trying to keep his secret, but then I'm like I don't know what to do with her,
She's
and
the
it's
Deal
like just...
Pats.
She's gonna be the definition of obnoxious
Pats
cute.
pulling on the back. Yeah.
If she ever meets a unicorn, she's totally doing the baby voice of the unicorn. The woo woo woo. That is the character.
Oh no.
Okay.
So,
you
listen,
guys all have ale. Yep, go ahead.
If we don't want to hire any of these suckers, we shouldn't take on people who are gonna steal some of that loot, right?
Do I have a proportionately sized mug?
Yes or no?
Or am I gonna
you
need-
don't. You have a human-sized mug.
I'm gonna need like 5 of these.
Yeah.
I
I
have no money.
get a quarter of the way through, and I'm like, oh man, oh that's a lot of ale. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry, you've only had so much silver as to cover all of the 4 of us.
It's all right. I'll get my own. And
Good.
I'll
Honey, you save my coin if I want those spells.
Yeah,
step over
one
to
day
the-
you'll save enough.
I'll step over to the bar to get a properly sized flagon.
Yeah, you would see the barmaster approach, and immediately, like, used to like their extra height on the other side, like, okay, I've got a good, nice eye view of everything, and he looks up immediately and is reminded, oh, it's right, I'm a halfling, because you are still that much taller, and it says, well, welcome, Tobin Stonehill, very good to meet you. Puts his hand out. Always great to get new patrons here in the Stonehill Inn. He puts his
Greetings.
tiny little hand out. You could literally put like thumb and forefinger and shake his hand.
Yeah.
That'd be full. And says, oh, whew. Oh, haven't had, not to be rude or anything, but haven't had giant folks in here in some time.
That's okay.
What can I get you?
A properly sized glass.
And he looks at you and says, oh, I should have known before. He says, fortunately, I don't think I have any metalware of that size. I'll get you a barrel if you got the coin for it.
Okay.
Apologies. I really should have the smithy make me a bigger flask, at least one. And he says, be right back. And he goes and comes back and puts down a keg, effectively, which is about the size of a flagon of ale for you, and pushes it forward. And he says, normally to run a cup of normal flagon, of course, a copper. This will be a silver.
I can do that. Thank you.
Put the coin on the ground. Oh, 10 copper pieces of coin. Oh, you got the silver. All right then. And he pulls it over and pockets it and pushes the drink. And he says, some fine local ale.
Very good. Thank you. And I just kind of
No problem.
one-handed.
And, he says, and if you don't mind me asking, you wouldn't happen to be, he kind of looks at the rest of your party and back at you. Here for the notices, are you?
Notices?
Yeah. Not sure if you're unfamiliar with the town or the area, whether you're not strolling in, but Phandalin's been having a bit of a dragon problem of recent, and the mayor, old Arbin Wester's been sending out plenty of jobs to get the whole area in order with everything that's been going on. Just wondering if you might be of the lot who come to answer that call.
We'll have to think about it.
Oh, of course, no. I'm just curious, of course. But do enjoy your drink.
Thank you. And just, yep.
What's going on back
like
at the
with
table?
one hand, yeah, under my arm.
What's going on back at the table?
So Pollen, go on. I think we get Pollen mid-con. Pollen, what are you rambling about?
How is it being so big and tall? Like, I don't understand it. Like, how?
I don't know. Like, do they have? Do you think they have like 15 lungs or something? Because there's no way to get oxygen all the way across.
Well, as a healer, I don't think so, but that could explain a lot.
Okay. How many hearts do you think to pump all that blood?
Probably 3.
Warm.
I come in like mid-conversation.
I wonder if having
Well,
I wonder if having 3 hearts means that she's 3 times as kind.
That makes sense.
Or loves unicorns 3 times more than you.
And she comes back and immediately puts her hands on her.
Hello.
Hi.
We weren't talking about you behind your back, I promise.
You're so kind.
Yes,
and
of
so
course.
loving, and your hearts are great.
Yeah, you're all three of them. We love them all equally.
I only have one.
How do you feel about unicorns, Yulva? Are you on the scale of hug or eat? Where are you?
I see Bella's reaction, and just kind of side eye. I don't really know how to answer.
Hug.
All right, undecided. All right.
They're okay. Yes.
Okay, just okay. I don't know how we feel about that, huh, Bella?
I don't hear it. No? No. Okay, sorry.
And, but yeah, so we want to kill that dragon's got a lot of money. A lot of money means a lot of spells and hirelings, and we could get our own little like underground empire going on.
What if we make a deal? I can speak Draconic, so probably it can understand me. So we can talk to it and maybe become friends.
You hear a smirk from the other table, from the individual leaning back, the woman with the pointed ears and the hat, the cowboy hat down. Yeah,
That's a very loud smirk.
Yeah, it is. It's meant to be loud. You hear a as you speak of the dragon.
You know, I am quite funny, so thank you for that. I appreciate it.
She tips up the hat. She says, if you're all going after that dragon, you might as well dig your own graves right now.
Wait, is this the edgelord character we passed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
At which point you would hear another a more quiet voice to kind of complement this one come from across the table. The young man pipes up, "Irvana, please, I do not want to start a bar fight today." And she'll say, "What? I'm just talking to him."
Just talking shit is what you're doing. We'll kill like 10 dragons.
No, well, she's a lovely lady.
Will you?
She.
She says, "I've never seen a pile of bed sheets take on a dragon. That might be interesting."
He slams the table, and his little hands like light on fire a little bit.
Calm down.
The table, but he's not quite strong enough to get under it. He's like, oh.
Calm down, there,
Just
tough
a
guy.
little bit of ale from the barrel to put his hands out.
She'll immediately look up at Yulva though. She's got to like tilt her hat a little further forward to look. She says, "'Cause I don't know. With this one, maybe you got a fighting chance."
Of course we do. She's freaking amazing. She is the beautiful portrait of perfection. She can do anything.
Yeah.
Really like your friend, don't you?
Yeah.
At least we have friends. And go to high five everybody.
The young man turns and he says, "My apologies for my very brazen friend. She gets quite bored when we don't take a job anytime soon." She says, "I thought we'd been sitting here for 3 days waiting for the rest of them. That board is itching to make me gold. Yet here I sit."
Well, you
Scratching
could
it.
have come with us if you weren't dead.
Yeah. Well, they can still come with us. We can make friends with anybody.
It's not true.
She raises an eyebrow at the young man. She raises an eyebrow at the young man. She says, "Well, if you're putting up an offer, I might not. I'm going back to. I've got too many characters with that accent.
You've got a lot of voices going on here. Yeah.
Yeah. So, she's just got more of a gritty voice. She says,
Yeah.
"If you're putting up the offer, I've been sitting here on my ass long enough. If you willing to take me, that's fine. But I ain't splitting no reward 6 ways. Or sorry, yeah, 6 ways. 5.
Oh,
sure.
we're offering unpaid internships. You'll get paid in experience and exposure.
Pass.
Ah.
I would get a cut of the gold if I want to help you." You
It would
see
be nice.
the young man
Yeah.
roll his eyes. Go ahead.
No, because
You pull out a token that literally says exposure on it.
No, it's because she speaks Elvish. She would say in Elvish, broken, like it would be lovely to speak with somebody in Elvish just to practice it. Like it's always good to practice different languages with everybody.
Yeah. She looks at you. Let me get her personality here.
Hmm. I am a linguist. I know 4 languages here. It says for some reason. So wait, yeah, well 5 to including Halfling, because I'm a cleric.
Background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear her speak in broken Elvish. The words broken Elvish, and you can tell it's a practiced line. It says,
I don't speak Elvish.
It's the equivalent of no hablo inglés.
Yep.
You just see Pollen's eyes go wide, or like, oh.
Yeah, like the flourishes are extra flourishy, like more like yeah. It would because she wouldn't sound like herself when she translated, so it'd just be I do not speak Elvish. Like it would be the very just like over flourished, like overly done like accent.
And then we can practice together. Learning languages is great. It brings people together.
Yilva's over there trying to like follow the conversation, sort of. She doesn't speak Elvish, but you can kind of see like eyes going back and forth, trying to.
She'll say, "I'm good. Not really interested. I can't stop going back to it. Not really interested in picking up any friendships anytime soon. Just kind of looking to make a bit of money. But I figured I'd be nice and warn you. I wouldn't go straight for the Dragon's Den, darlings. You'll be dead."
Roz for Monsters Inc.
Says, it is. There you go. Says, you'll be dead before you know it.
Now I just think of everybody as Monsters Inc. characters. I want to be Mike Wazowski.
Alan Wazowski. You didn't file your paperwork last night.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
She goes back to her drink.
We don't have to be friends. You can at least assist this one, because every time I try to help, I usually end up lying down with blood. It's fine.
I only want to travel with friends, like Bella.
So be it. So be it.
I can't take it.
And Bella immediately turns. Thank you, Yams.
Power of friendship and unicorns.
That's right. At which point, yeah, as she speaks, you can see. So, you can immediately tell that for Enerva, the most annoying human being in the room recently entered, and it's Donabella Fiasco. So, every word out of her mouth is just Verna just looking old, just like a twitch.
Hating
like...
her is my thing, not your thing.
You defend Bella.
That thing. Yams gets a little protective over that.
That's great. I love that. I love that. Beautiful. But yeah, Nerva would just says, if you're looking for help to hire, I'm available, but I will take a cut of the reward. That's my price. I'm here to help
fair.
the wonderful town of Phandalin.
I don't want to fill the party with NPCs.
I'm okay with not hiring everyone, but we could use a fourth.
You can't. So for
We
a
got
mechanic limited to the game, none of the companions will go beyond 5, because they do not want to split a reward that far down the middle. So you're the max party amount in this campaign will be 5. You currently have one companion because we are missing a Kristen, but I'm allowing for another one if you want one.
Like, cause we'll probably do this next week. I'd say just because we'll probably have Kristen.
Yeah, you could leave it, but I will say just to sort of the last bit of conversation to come from that table in your direction would be the young man, and he sort of irritated by Averna's brazen like, oh, I'm totally gonna ditch this guy. He would respond. He would kind of like tilt his head and respond as she says she's available for hire. He'd say, "And I am as well." Says, "My name is Sonjon Kwan. My name is Sean John Guan. I am a skilled in the arcane arts, and my my work or my skills are available for hire as well. Of course, expecting a split of the reward as the payment. Same as my friend here. And Nirvana just smiles and she says, we all gotta make a little coin, John. She calls him John. We gotta make a little coin, John.
That's perfect.
Yeah. And he just rolls his eyes again. So they are available to hire. They will.
Good to know.
They will level with the party, same as you guys do any companions, and they will want a split of the treasure.
Yeah.
All right. Still balls and still in your escort.
I mean, I don't like splitting money.
I don't care for money. Money's just.
I mean, I'll take your share then.
I have no money.
I thought you don't care about it though.
Wait.
That's why I don't have it.
If you want to donate towards me learning some of Yam's spells, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Pulling.
Well,
Yeah,
if
we
I...
gotta get my apprentice some new spells.
Am I your apprentice? Really?
Yep. How did you know?
Here we go.
Well,
And she
Bella,
picks you up and gives you a big hug. She just says, "Oh, Yams, you're the best."
I am the Archmagus Yams.
Do you make squeaky toy noises when you're squeezed? Because it's all just clothing.
I like goblins are made out of rubber. They're not made out of bones. They're just all rubbery, squeaky little like things when you squeeze them.
So good, so good.
So, do we just want to like head out and maybe meet a fifth person on the road later?
we just need like a wine thing to meet that person, though.
I was talking about meeting Kristen.
Oh, that person. We don't know about that person. Gotcha.
Yeah, we need some wine. We should look at the jobs because I don't know if this rumor is a job or if it's like a side job that we do during another job. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
But we should size it up, and then if we want to hire those people once we know what the jobs are.
Note that you guys will be getting a long rest when you leave Phandalin. I will immediately give that to you since you guys did. Oh wait, no. You guys have already had a long rest. You guys should have already had a long rest. Everybody
I've
should
been
be.
carried by Irva, and I slept in her arms nicely. I feel good.
I was worried about y'all's HP. 2 party members at 1, but I remember there was a rest.
Listen, Colin, do you need somebody to walk in front of you? I know we got. I forgot her name, Yilva. We got her, but there's 2 of us and only 1 of Yilva, right?
Well, we
I
need...
guess 3 of us because we don't want Bella to die either.
No, well,
I will protect you.
I just get hurt every single time. I don't know why. It's just a thing that happens with me.
Or rather, you not. You got those healing powers and all, and I'm a bit on the squishy side, along with Yams here.
Yeah.
Well,
If you want, maybe we could get like a harness, and you could like ride on back of Yerva or something.
Oh, that would be so adorable.
Yerva would be like her unicorn.
I don't like the sound of that.
not a unicorn, but I would like if she's in front of me, I can be able to stand longer and do actually something.
You're really high up too.
I mean, yeah.
So if you fell, you'd probably die. You'd be at least like 3 stories up there. Yerva's pretty tall.
Bella
There you are.
adjusts her unicorn horn, gets it on there nice and tight, and she says, "I'm ready for anything. Show me that job board." Y'all ready?
Yeah.
And I wave at the table with the elf and the human.
I kind of forget how small the tavern is and accidentally bump the chandelier on the way out. Sorry.
On the rare occasion where we're all pretty quiet, like we're eating or whatever, you probably feel like you're by yourself when you're walking around outside because we're all so small.
Oh my god.
How's the weather up there?
You just sometimes you just feel like a tug on your like pants or something. You're like, hey, did you hear me?
I think so.
Okay, so you agree then?
To what?
We're meant to be with each other.
Tomura is very strange.
That's a really creepy thing to say.
I know, and I'm happy.
So you step up, just a hop, skip, and a jump across the town center court, past the Shrine of Luck, towards the town master's hall. It doesn't take too long to turn to its large door, which looks pretty solid and sealed in the moment. All of the windows have been shuttered. They are sealed. This place looks to be pretty locked up tight. It looks a lot like this picture here. It seems to have like an addition built on the back, built similar to the other houses, but seems to be probably a little older than everything else. This might have been an original building, but it has a bell tower attached to the side of it as well. And just adjacent, probably recently nailed up with newer wood. You can tell this job board has been recently placed, recently built by a local woodworker, and it is a large board of wood. Though you'll notice in the illustration that that I'm going to show you guys in a moment. It's taken probably a little bit of damage over time, but it's a newer establishment. So as you approach it, you see a couple of random papers that seem to have scribbles on them that don't seem to be things of importance, but 3 prominent sheets of prominent notices posted to the board.
Pick me up. I want to read them. Pick me up. Pick me up.
Okay.
I
gotta grab him by the scruff of his shirt.
I mean, if I'm
him over.
if I'm like 2 feet tall, I mean, when I was born, I was 2 feet tall.
Read
I'm
it!
probably like 14 pounds.
Yeah. I invite you guys to read these in your character voices as you are visibly seeing them in time.
Alright, I will read Umbridge Hill as I read this. All right. The local midwife, an acolyte of...
Can you speak up, please?
No. Named Adabra Gwyn. Lives by herself in a stone windmill in the south.
Abdara.
Lives by herself. Probably an easy mark right there.
Okay. Wait, what?
South side of the hill, a few miles south of Phandalin, with dragon sightings becoming more common. It's not safe for her to be alone. Get her to return to Phandalin once she's safe. Get 25 gold. Okay.
That's good.
25 gold and whatever loot she's got on her.
We don't.
I don't.
Because she wants to travel light and is going to get rid of her belongings because she's starting to live in Phandalin.
That is nowhere on the job listing.
No.
It's implied. Listen, when you're a master of the arcane arts, like myself, you learn to read the deeper understandings of things.
Seems like it's not too hard. Just go into a place, find a person, get paid.
Okay.
I'm sure there's no catch at all in this job.
Probably not.
Probably not. No.
Well, the other one says Namen Guard Quest or something, and
I kind of like hoist him over to the next one. Just kind of going like this.
A clan of reclusive rock gnomes resides in a small network of caves in the mountains on the southeast. The gnomes are are known for their magical inventions. That's quite interesting.
Nomengard? Is that really called Nomengard?
I think they're really...
Nomengard.
Maybe the people here are stereotypical, it happens, but it's okay. Humans. But they might have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get whatever you can from them if you bring
I like
back...
that part.
Yeah. Get whatever you can from them if you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourself. Townsman, Harbin and Wester will pay you 50 gold for it.
Holy shit.
I know, right?
That's twice as much as the other job.
Agreed.
Also, are in either of these in the direction of Neverwinter Wood?
2 miles south.
Neverwinter Wood is
just
north.
The side of a hill.
North?
Umbridge Hill,
Okay.
yeah. So, because Nomengard is southeast and Umbridge Hill is south, or due south.
And what's the last one? I can't read that last one up there. It's too high.
Yeah.
Too high. What's it say?
I will read it.
Thank you.
Dwarf prospectors found ancient dwarven ruins in the mountains southwest of here, and have begun an archaeological dig for treasure and relics. They need to be warned that a white dragon has moved into the area. Take the warning to them, then return to Townmaster Harbin Vester.
So how do you guys feel about stealing relics from dwarves? Probably pretty against it.
It's
Dwarves,
50 gold
weren't they
pieces.
gnomes? Oh, dwarves. Oh, sorry, I got them mixed up.
We will not be
they're the
stealing. We will not be stealing from the dwarves. We'll be warning them about the dragon.
Yes.
Well, then what about the Gnomon Guard quest? That one tells us to get what we can from them.
We are not stealing from them
I
either.
don't think that's stealing. I think they're bad people.
No,
I think they need to be liberated of their goods.
I disagree.
Gnomes are not that bad.
I mean, I don't know about that one. Both me and Yams and Thomas doesn't know about that one. And also, Ed,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask before we get, is the rumor an actual quest? Would we level up for doing it?
The rumor is, I would say if you want to know, the rumor is not a quest per se, no.
Okay.
And this is a adventure that
Companion.
bases on quests, leveling up on quests. It's up to you guys how you want to do it. The rumor is a
I really don't
rumor.
want to be level 1.
Yeah, the rumor is a rumor that basically, I will say all of them intertwine in this adventure. Every rumor I
Yeah.
give you means something that it might not have anything to do with what you currently have on this job board, but in the future it could.
So we can
but
either Skyrim this shit or not.
You can still go over there. I
Yeah.
won't stop you.
Or we could go kill the dragon right now.
Oh yeah, just run over there. You know we can do it. Like
So
we
as
can
you
do that.
say that,
You're welcome to walk there as quickly as you'd like, but I'm staying here.
as you say
I'm
that,
staying
we
with
could
her.
we could go kill the dragon right now. This is just for my own fun comedic purposes.
Yeah.
We hear a rolling thunder in the distance, and the whole party turns, and we get like the zoom in where the background starts to go back, and you all zoom in, and we look in the distance as the camera zooms in on a way in the distance a mountain, and we can just see it's ice capped, and there's a storm above it, and we can see there's like a keep at the top. Lightning just cracks from the distance, and back to you.
No,
Yeah,
I
we can
don't.
totally get that dragon.
Yeah.
I don't think that we can. No. No.
Okay. Well,
you
are
would-
there any of the requests we don't want to do that are lamest?
I
Go ahead.
Do
I-
yet. Do yet.
I like to the Dwarven Excavation quest or the Gnomeric Dragon quest.
Gnomon Guard
Yes.
seems a little more our side. I feel if we went into Gnomon Guard with Yerva here, they would start worshiping her.
Yeah.
She's the
Just like,
size of like 4 gnomes stacked on top of each other.
yeah, she is.
Bella will pipe up really quick. She'll say, I mean, I'm really up for any 3, but, she's looking around. She's like, where's this Harbin Wester guy? His name is on all of them. Wasn't he like the mayor or something?
I assume he's somewhere.
He's in this building. It's the town master's building.
You
correct?
hear a voice come from the other side of the door.
Ah.
If you're here to take a quest, you may rip it off the board, complete it in its entirety, and return, and I will give you the money posted upon them.
He wants a flower with some kind of ruby stuck on them.
We will look for your flower
Yeah.
What?
and return promptly.
We'll bring you a ruby and a flower. I don't know.
Anyway, let's take all 3 of these so nobody else can take them.
That was not on the board.
Complete the quest on the board. Take only 1,
Number 1.
and you will be paid accordingly upon completion.
Do you guys want to MMO this and take all 3 and swoop and do all 3 and then return when we're done with all of them? And
When we have all the claims, yeah.
when we have all the...
Yeah.
Please
jump
don't
like a spy
remove them
before
all.
Alright, what do you guys want to do? Alright, so Yvera, I can't say your name. God damn it.
It's
How do you feel about Umbridge Hill? Do you hate it just as much as Pollen and I do?
I think that we need any work that we can get.
So we should take the work that pays the most.
We should finish the quicker jobs first.
Uh-huh. So helping an old lady then.
I will say, Umbridge Hill is on the way to Nomragard. If you plan to go to Nomengard, I will allow you to take one more quest.
I step up to the door and I like rap, rap, rap. You don't know you can come out and talk to us.
No, I cannot. There's a dragon. Have you not heard?
I think he's locked in there.
This is a good
But
point. There is a dragon in it.
I am not a dragon. I'm here.
I cannot trust that is entirely true. For now, I will stay in here. All payments will be received underneath the door.
Let us go. Everyone here is noisy.
All right,
Agreed.
so what did he say? Umbridge Hill is on the way to Novengard.
Yeah.
And that he would allow you to take a second quest if you plan to go to Nomragard, if that's the one you're taking.
I mean, that makes sense, right? Like,
I mean, he's got no authority over you. You can take all three if you want it. He's on the other side of a door.
light that board on fire and call it a day.
I jump like a child and grab the first closest ones I can, and then hopefully somebody will.
I would like you to right-click on these cards, and there will be an option at the very top that says Take Card. And they will come to your hand.
There you go, Michaela. You're designated.
Do you rip off all three?
team captain.
Yeah,
You only took 2, right?
I'm 3. I got it.
Wait,
No. We definitely only took 2.
Yeah, there's only 2 here that we're interested in.
Okay,
Cover
good.
Paul.
Just making sure. I am the mayor, the only authority in this town.
We can definitely count. We only took 2.
Perfect. Good luck, and I hope to see you soon.
Yep. But you won't, because you won't come outside.
What a weird... what a very weird mayor. Doesn't even come out to see his people.
Agreed.
What are you gonna do, right?
Humans, probably humans. Yeah.
If he pays us, I don't care what he does in there.
So...
He's totally got somebody tied up in there.
No.
No one knows. All the shutters are closed. Everything's closed. Yeah, y'all don't have a map. You can purchase a map if you want. It is it's a bit expensive. It's about 5 gold pieces for a map.
I have no money.
But you do have direction.
Started with some, right? More background. Don't all the
I should have
backgrounds
started with
10?
some.
I don't know why it doesn't say that I have no money. That's why I'm surprised. But it also erased some stuff from my character sheet. That's why I'm like slightly surprised. So I'm just like winging it.
What's your background?
Handbook.
I'm Outlander. So
you probably don't.
Oh.
Yeah, Outlander.
Let me see.
You know what?
You have 10 gold
Fine.
pieces. You have 10 gold pieces.
Woo! I just like rummage through my pockets again. I'm like, oh, actually, I
Yeah.
do have money. I'm rolling in it. But thank you for buying the drinks, buddy.
Yeah, you guys want to throw some money in on the map?
Yeah,
Cool with that. Alright.
It's
I'll
5
put
gold
in
pieces.
5 gold.
I'll give 5
Uh,
on mine too.
but the map is only 5.
Oh, what?
It is 5 gold
Yeah.
pieces.
I said I'd put in 5 gold pieces if you guys want to put in money for the map.
You see, my brother is sweet.
Yeah.
Yes.
My halfling brother.
Mm-hmm. Half the size as you.
So, you probably enter Barthen's Provisions to get this. Barthen's Provisions is a place that is split in between being both a stables on one side and a general store on the other, and there is no wall separating the two. So when you enter, there is a bit of a whiff. Oh. Everybody's frozen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no! Did my internet die? We'll see, we'll see, we'll see.
Because of their.
Oh, there you are!
Hey, he's back.
Hey, I don't see Tom yet.
Little hiccup there. Oh,
There he is.
There he is.
Hey.
No, I think
Robert.
Discord in general just fucked up.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it did. It's all good.
Because we lost you for a little bit.
So I will start over. You would enter our Barthen's provisions to get a map, and it is a place that is split into. It is both stable and general store, so the smell is all the same. It is run by an older man named Barthen, who's got kind of a crazy hair and a bit of a jaw that's too small for his face, so it's almost like it tucks into the top of his head. He has two young sons who help him get things done around the shop, and he wears like your standard like leather apron kind of situation when you come in.
Oh, yes, a map of the local area. I had one illustrated recently. I can get that for you now. Give me a moment.
And come to the back, come out with a scroll.
When he goes to the back, is there anything within stealing range?
Oh my god.
Make a perception check.
Listen, my first personality trait is the first thing I can do. The first thing I do in a new place is note the locations of everything valuable or where such things could be.
Absolutely.
Mine were
Perception.
erased for some reason, which is weird.
Very perceptive.
Yeah.
Nice. Roll 1d100.
Oh man. Oh man.
That's my brother.
Oh, that's
right
the
there.
wrong. That's the wrong. 12. The same as my
12.
perception roll. It's
How about that?
destined.
You see a very shiny orb sitting on the shelf, and it looks to just be sort of sitting there, kind of like tucked in between some other more mundane materials, and you see what looks like a storm brewing inside of it. It's pretty.
I grab it.
Do any of us see him do this?
I don't
Yeah.
pocket it. I
Do you
grab
want to?
it.
Do you want to? Oh, you just grab it. You don't want to roll. You just want to take it.
He goes in the back. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll try and like
Try and sneak it.
over.
Yeah. Because you've got his sons who are out here as well, but they are commoners. They have a normal passive perception, but you have the party as well. I don't think anybody sees you pocket this. I will put this on your character sheet for you.
Do we see that he's gone?
It's just,
I don't even think you do. I think he's back right where he was by the
I'm
time
just
you
so
see him.
short. Just-
Like he's just there. This goes unknown to everybody. I'm giving you this. Yeah. As you get it into your palm, you've got it in your pocket. You know that you have an orb, an arcane focus,
Oh shit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know that it's worth a little bit of money. A bit of money.
We're gonna sell this to somebody else.
Yeah.
So yeah, you pocket that. Oh, what's up, Yilva?
Oh, I was just you pocketed immediately.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
One of my mini pockets.
He returns as quickly as Yams is already there. No word the wiser. And he unscrolls the map, and he's just like,
This has been sitting around my shop for some time. No one's come for a map in a while.
and he unscrolls it and dusts some of it off. And you see this map laid out before you.
Mount Hot Now, my favorite.
Hot
restaurant.
now. Not hot and ready. It's
Oh
hot
no!
What a great thing to zoom in on.
Oh my god! Too good.
Hot.
I imagine as this map is sort of scrolled out, and I'm forcing this along just because I this is what I want to do when you guys get quests. The topic of conversation of your quests may come up like easily like Umbridge. Where's Umbridge Hill? Where's Nomengard? And he could easily be like,
Oh, let me just get my spectacles. Right here is Umbridge Hill. Right here.
you guys should be able to see that now.
And he says, Nomengard rests at the foot of the Sword Mountains. It is right here.
And he
Oh man, they're totally on the way.
Yeah.
he will put those onto the map and mark them for you.
And he'll say, all right, 5 gold pieces, and it's yours.
And you make the exchange.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So this map, I have a map that I can see that's a lot prettier than this, but I feel like it's too pretty because this is a written map. You guys get to fucking draw whatever you want on this.
Dicks.
Go for it. As long as it doesn't get in the way of me being able to see my parts on my invisible layer, then I don't care. So that's up to you guys to figure out. And there are no hexes. There's no hex crawl. There's just a distance from one place to another. So if you pull out your thing,
thank
it's
God.
just a distance.
I
So
hate hexes.
This is a real distance. So no problems there.
Hexes
Okay.
must die.
They're gone. They're gone. The stream will see hexes. That's me. Don't worry about that. But yeah, you have a map. Perfect.
Cool.
Can I move away from the screen? Is that okay?
Yes.
Cool. Back over to Phandalin. So, as you have your quests with you, you have your map. Is there anything else you guys need before you take off onto the road?
Before we leave the shop, I would ask Barthen, is there anywhere we can get some baked goods?
Oh, baked goods. Most people fend for themselves in Phandalin. Once in a while, hunters come in with food. I believe that baked goods are sold, though I've never partook myself. Sister Gorella, the Shine of Luck, I believe, hosts a bakery outside her home that's open for some parts of the year. Might be open now, I'm not sure. I never get out of this shop.
At which point you hear one of the sons, "Father, it's open. You were there the other day." Says,
Oh, I can't remember.
the brother will roll his eyes. The son will roll his eyes, and he says, "Sister Gorella's house is right next to the Shrine of Luck. You can't miss it. It's a bakery. It's open in the mornings only."
Thank you.
Yeah. Sweet.
Can we go there first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm allergic to baked goods though, so I'll catch up with you guys.
No.
I know, it's a serious allergy.
Oh, I want to get some cupcakes.
Yep, sure you do.
Agreed.
I hope they have cupcakes and donuts. Oh, I haven't had donuts so long.
Bella, yeah.
Can you guys take care of Bella while I'm gone? Are you guys gonna be okay with that?
Oh, I can take care of myself.
Where are you going?
I just gotta take care of some stuff. Because I don't want to die from all the baked goods.
Some business. Okay. I got
Can I make an inside check on yams?
Yeah, sure.
Yep, that's up to this guy.
Yeah.
Whether the roll is
Yeah,
good.
roll it. Roll it.
Inside check, bitch!
Yeah, he's gonna go do some stuff he doesn't want you guys to know about.
Oh my god.
Cool. Thanks, Tom.
I mean, what else would you be able to draw from, right?
No, if
Yeah.
he's fucking lying.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's what he's doing. He doesn't have an allergy to baked goods.
That's my
He
brother.
just wants to go do something without you guys.
Yeah. He's
So,
an individual. He needs to grow.
if the party is splitting, I need one representative from each party to roll initiative, so I know who gets a scene
Oh.
first.
I can just tell you, Ed, all I want to do is I have criminal contact.
Okay, yeah.
That's criminal. I just
Gonna
want
go fence his shit, yeah.
You just want to sell the orb, but that is a scene. I have a scene for that
Okay.
that I want to do. So both y'all roll.
I have. Yeah. Do you have pretty good decks?
I
Let's see.
have
Oh wait, I'm not.
I mean, you're a halfling. It's got to be pretty good.
I'm looking for it. I don't
I
see
vote.
it.
I vote you.
What?
It's going yams. It's
Good
going
luck.
yams.
Good luck, motherfuckers.
Okay,
That's a
okay.
crit initiative. He's ready for that scene. Okay.
13.
So,
Wow.
Yams, with your sort of criminal underground backstory, background, you can know who to talk to and where, how
I
to
want
get.
it to be another goblin
Okay.
who like maybe lives in a hole on the side of the edge of town.
I actually have an idea of who they're going to be, but I would want them to be a goblin. I like that. I like that they're a goblin. A hole on the other side of town, basically. I'm very close, but I have a immediate idea that's going to tie in with sort of the lore of this place, and I think it's perfect. The minute you thought about it, I'm like, yes. So you are directed towards a different inn in town that you were not informed of by any of the locale, probably for good reason, because it is a shady motherfucking place. You are directed towards the Sleeping Giant Inn. Or just the Sleeping Giant, that's what it's called. It's a tavern. This is a very bingy, the roof is sinking, unsavory folks are hanging out outside the door, kind of thing.
Goblin man.
They like this definitely looks like a bit of an edgy kind of place. Let me get some, like, I'll do like creepy. Can I do creepy? Yeah, I'll do creepy music. Let's see. That's kind of interesting.
I'll be right back too.
Is that too? That's too like, oh. No, I don't think.
It's a cult.
I think a mystery's fine.
He walks in. They're doing the blood sacrament.
Oh my god.
I'm like, oh shit, sorry, I'm like,
There's just this disembodied arm laying there.
So
delicious. Thanks for leaving me peace.
you speak to the half orc, the female half orc tavern keeper, and you can tell that she's probably had a rough couple of weeks with the recent sightings of orcs, and doesn't seem in too good of a mood. So when you step in and you talk, she's a bit pissy, but when you say you're looking to make a deal with somebody here, she kind of looks aside either way, and she kind of gets probably first smile on her face she's had in a while, and she says, "I'll take you to Gib." And she leads you downstairs through a door that is locked. That's supposed to be, it says wine cellar on it, but she opens it.
His name is Gib?
Gib. You enter a chamber where you see there is a extra table separated from the rest of the inn. A single table where you see 3 individuals, a human, a dwarf, and a goblin, all sitting at a table playing cards. They look to be hardened individuals, and they wear red sashes on their sort of on their necks. You can see sort of on the back, and then you can see that there's a lot of like red sash paraphernalia all over the place. You can see there is a host of like silver or like not silvered, but just weapons in the corner that seem to be stockpiling. Like, this is some shady shit that's going down here. This looks like some bandits or something. Like sneaking into the town kind of situation. Like, they look like the rough and tumble type, and they also look like the type who have gold, because you can see there is money on the table in the game that they are playing. And as you approach, immediately, I think I'm gonna put this in immediately. I feel like goblins are kind of like cats, and when the first time they meet each other, it's just like just like a frustration and like a circling moment of just like, no, now you don't know your smell, like kind of situation between the two. It says, "What you want?"
Pulls out the orb, puts it on the table. I'm looking to trade this little guy for some little picks and locks and little let me in places I shouldn't be. Alright.
The human and dwarf kind of look at each other, eyes raised, kind of thing. Look at the orb. The dwarf goes to touch it. Do you like smack his hand away, kind of situation or anything?
Pull it back.
Pull it back.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Each one knows what he's doing. And says,
Yeah, most goblins do.
Listen, I've been out of town for a while. I know that's changed, alright? Used to run this little place. So, I'm not looking to take back. This is your guys' territory. I like what you done with the place, alright? We're just looking for a good trade. Something mutually beneficial.
You're smart. You know who really runs this town.
and he kind of looks up at the others and just say,
We'll get back where we were, eventually. Says, the orb. I'm interested. You said you want lockpicks. I can get them for you.
Okay. That's cool. That is what I wanted.
How many you want?
Just one.
He says, Burner! Get him one.
the human gets up. It looks like he's not the pick of the litter of these individuals.
And as soon as he gets up, he's like, and
the human stops.
Some nice looking inks. You got a friend, all right? You gotta write some spells, all right?
You want spell inks?
Looks at the thing. He says,
Those will be a little more expensive. Don't think your orb will cover it. We can get you regular ink if that's what you're looking for.
I mean, I guess I could just take my business elsewhere. I'm out on the road a lot. I don't need to get rid of it now.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm great at this.
You said
Make it with advantage because your background.
Okay. Okay.
Oh!
Do you have inspiration?
That is with advantage.
Reroll one.
No, that's not how it works.
No,
right?
it's not how it works. You gotta do it. You gotta
It's
say you're
not
using
luck?
it first. Well, you
Not
did
luck
say
in
you
this
were gonna
one?
use inspiration first.
Okay.
I'll give
Yeah,
it to
sure.
you. You did say you were.
Okay. Let's just roll another. Let's roll. I'm feeling a 6. Oh.
Yeah, he looks at you. He says,
Here.
All right. What about just the inks then? What about just the inks?
Just the inks.
he says, looks and he says,
We can get you an amount of inks we believe is worth the value of your little orb here. Yeah, sure.
That's not enough, is it?
it's gonna be 15 gold towards the 50 gold limit of each spell. I believe each spell, as per wizard rules, is 50 gold pieces. It'll give you 15 gold towards an ink. Like he'll give you like some of them. You get a couple bottles.
Or I could make more money with those thieves' tools.
Make a quick history check. I want to see if you can determine the price of what you've got. Nope, you're pretty sure. You're pretty sure he's got what he's got.
When you're not the DM, Tom, this is how you roll.
I roll pretty bad as the DM too.
I don't know.
I'm like,
There were a
just give me
couple
the
critical.
lockpicks.
There were a couple
Give me the
critical
lockpicks.
fish people in that last game we played.
He says, can do. And he says, Bruno, the lockpicks. So he goes, all right.
Gets up, goes through. He cracks open a case in the back, goes through it, pulls out a pack, and throws it down. You may add a thieves tools kit to your thing.
Nice.
He looks at it and he looks a little disappointed when he looks at it, and he just mutters a little like,
No, what's your
"Yeah,
movie,
next time,
right?
Bella." And
Yeah.
so he's like, "These'll do. Great doing business with you guys. Listen, I know we gotta do a big tough guy talk all the time, right? But I'll talk to you later. But I'll pretend like I don't know you."
Of course. And if you don't, just know that that's going to be a very poor decision on your part. We'll be
Yep.
seeing you in the future, one way or another. What was your name again?
Fred.
Fred.
Listen, I don't ask your name. You don't need to know mine.
Fine. And
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm totally. Yeah, I'm just walking out with his lockpicks. He's like, I'm totally gonna rob these fuckers with my friends someday. These guys are shady as hell. My little goody two-shoe friends are gonna love turning these guys in. Oh my god.
That's so great. That's so great. All right. Well, with that scene concluded, you can easily leave the sleeping giant with a couple of looks from some shady individuals on your way out, but nobody messes with you. They're not sure what's under those bed sheets. So we will move over to our other scene. We see the rest of our party. We see Phandalin, we see Ylva and Bella all approaching the Shrine of Luck. And as you do, you can see that there is a short line, probably only just one individual in the middle of interacting with somebody on the other side of a sort of a large window thing that's open. You can see some smoke sort of pouring out, and the sweet scent of baked goods come from inside. As you see a woman with this in this sort of large window that's sort of makeshifted into like a counter, that this is a business, and you can see that there are baked goods sort of out lined up, freshly made. probably about 4 baskets on either side of her, and there's more cooking behind her in a stove. The woman looks to be probably, I would say she's probably in her early 20s, but there's a wisdom about her that's beyond her years. She wears a fairly loose-fitting poncho. She has long, sort of black hair, a sort of skinny face. You'd almost think she was elven in the way that she looks, and she has a very kind blue eyes. She's interacting with an older woman as she's in the middle of selling her a loaf of bread, and she'll say, "Do not worry, Dora." You would hear the words, "Do not worry, Dora. You can pay me back later." And she'll say, "Oh, Sister Garel, you are so kind." And she'll say, "Of course, please." And she'll go.
I take a big whiff of the air.
Yeah.
What do I smell?
You smell fresh bread. It is warm. It is filling. It is that feeling where the food is almost on the tip of your tongue already, with just the scent in the air. A cat jumps up on the bench, and this cat has wings. And she will draw her hand over, and she will nuzzle her nose into the cat. And then sort of lean back and sigh and say, "Oh, Mooch, I just say, at this point, I'm never going to be able to make a business out of this place, am I?"
Did you say mooch or moosh?
Moosh. Sorry, moosh.
Is it fucking moosh? Are you kidding?
He's everywhere. He's following us.
Fucking moosh.
No.
Get this cat out of here.
She'll perk up as she sees you three. "Oh, customers.
Hi.
Hello, welcome. Welcome to the Shrine of Luck, my little bakery."
Yeah, like me. I'm little and lucky.
And she'll say, "Oh," and says, "Do you worship the Lady Luck as well?"
It's like a halfling thing, but I can like listen to you about the Lady Luck.
She says,
Thing.
halfling, the chosen people of oh my god, I can't Lady Luck, Timora, the chosen lady of Timora, the chosen people of Timora. I'm always willing to serve your kind.
Aw, do you have cupcakes for my friend here?
Is that thunder?
Yeah, there's thunder in the distance.
Nice.
It comes from the mountains where that where the mountain is. Yeah. And oh, blast that storm! It's always hovering there. She'll say, I don't have cupcakes per se. I do have fresh bread if it's available. Unfortunately, the milk for frosting is very rare in these places. There's only one cow, and it belongs to the Adderleaf family. Unfortunately, it's expensive, and the religion isn't exactly paying out for me lately.
Gotcha. Well, I would like to buy some bread for this lovely lady right here. And she'll like reach up to her companion next to her.
Are you sure that's okay?
Yeah.
Bella's
You
sniffing
see
all the
me.
goods.
Yeah.
So,
I will give-
Creature.
How much?
Says, a regular loaf is 2 copper pieces. A half is a 1.
Oh, here's 2 gold pieces.
That's a lot of money.
I know.
Please, it's just unless, of course, it's a donation to the shrine, at which point I would gladly accept, but I need to keep my wares in stock for the other people in town. I'd be willing to sell you 5 loaves if you need.
You don't have to. I'm lucky. You worship the goddess of lucky. We're lucky for each other.
I don't know what to say. She takes the 2 gold pieces. She says, "I guess Lady Luck is on my side," and she'll pocket them. Take your pick.
Irma, do what you want. Pick which one you want.
This is probably human-sized bread.
It is.
Can I judge the largest one?
You can.
Can I take the largest one?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. I guess, what was that, 2? 2 we're getting?
I think Bella is close to one. She looks over to the person you paid, Pollen. She'll say, Pauline, you mind if I take a loaf?
Go for it. One more gold piece just because.
She immediately, yeah, he had another gold piece, and immediately, Sister Gorel's just like, I don't know what to say. I haven't had anyone donate this much since, well, since the last person needed to be resurrected. She says, boy, this is a lot for a bakery. This is, thank you for your donations. Timora's luck be with you. And she'll say, something for the exchange, of course. That way things are in balance. She'll whiz her fingers and cast Bless on the three of you.
Aww.
Woo.
That'll last you the better half of the hour.
Hey, I'm gonna add Bless to my sheet right now.
Quick, let's go kill the thieves. Go.
Is Bless 1d4?
It is 1d4. You have that for the hour.
Yeah. I do have blessed too. I feel blessed. Double blessed.
Yeah, you immediately feel like an uplifting feeling, like you feel as though your luck has shifted for the hour. Yeah, she will gladly take the donations and welcome you back anytime. You're our well-paying customers, it would seem. And the Shrine of Luck, look at some donations. She'll probably bite into some of the gold really quick, and she'll look at it, and she'll just say, I'm going to be able to clean up the shrine. This will be great. She'll just put it away. And you would see, you would see the shrine just nearby. Good luck. It's just like, Timora's luck be with you. You'll see the shrine nearby. It is a gathering of stone that builds into an arch that supports itself. It's pretty well made, and the stones look old. The shrine's been here for a while. It is decorated in trinkets of all kinds and has candles burning within a small sort of hovel built at its center. But there are all kinds of decorations and totems and little pieces of paper, people wishing luck to ill family or anything, or people on travels going about the roads. It seems that this thing is just covered from head to toe, as far as people could reach in knickknacks.
How long has Yams been gone?
Better part of 20 minutes or so as you are sort of in the town square, but before long he would return.
You know, my brother has weird things that he needs to do, like to make himself feel bigger, to make himself feel like an individual, to remind himself about his halfling heritage.
I don't think he's going to get any bigger.
You can come back anytime. It's up to you.
Okay, yeah, I stroll in. I'm like, what's up, losers?
Brother, hi.
I'm not your brother. I don't know why you keep calling me that.
It's good to see you back. Really nice to have you.
Oh, this is the baked goods. Don't breathe them anywhere too close to me, or I'll probably die.
You'll die.
No. If it's not still bleeding, I don't want to eat it. Alright.
I will finish one of the loaves in a couple bites. Yeah,
it's gone.
You know, it's because you saved me, and I could not really save you because I always fall before I do anything. So hey.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah. I'll get better. It's fine.
So, where to from here in our last few minutes, just to get a direction since we will be closing soon? We're heading out?
Yeah, probably head south, right? To the trail. Bless you.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Yep. Alright.
Timora's blessing be with you.
Yeah, I'm good to go. Just so you guys know, I may have the lead for another quest one day.
Ooh.
I don't like the sound of this.
There are some ne'er-dwellers.
I knew I wouldn't like the sound of this.
A guild of thieves, if you will.
Sounds
Who claim to run this town.
Sounds like something you would know about.
Yes. And I pull out my lockpicks, and I'm like, and I got these. We can pick locks and shit now. Anyway, if you guys want to turn them in at any point, let me know. I'm down to help.
Okay.
Okay.
They might be pretty tough though. I don't think as tough as a dragon, but definitely tougher than two dudes in the woods.
Sure.
So yeah, do with that whatever you want. I don't know.
Here is that, basically, that rumor. But it's a confirmed rumor.
Under the sleeping giant dive bar. Yeah, I mean,
I
they
don't know
would.
if you want to. We
They
can
would
always.
fence under a dive bar, wouldn't they?
We can round up some of those other people too, and just do a sting op on the place if you want. Like Iverna or whatever the hell their name was.
Yeah.
The other person.
Verna and
Irvana.
Jean.
Yeah, and John.
John Smith.
Ivana was.
Or the French
Ivana
boy.
was the elf, right?
He wasn't.
He
Well,
was the human boy, and then Ivana
Yeah.
said Ivana was the elf.
No.
I know the dear thought of breaking the law makes you guys really upset. So
Depends.
I would never do something like that. I mean, I do a lot of things. Breaking the law, not one of them.
Right.
You know that's what a nothing.
You don't even have to roll insider. You know.
I wink.
All right, so still in town. Do you want to end off on you guys going to deal with this the Thieves Guild issue, or do you head towards Umbridge Hill? What do you guys think?
Maybe we wait till we're a couple more levels to do the Thieves.
Yeah, probably should not raid.
A little more
the
experience
buffers
under your
already.
belt.
Yeah.
We gotta
I'll
teach.
string up everyone's gear.
We gotta teach my apprentice over here how to burn shit better first.
All right. We will let me change the oh, whoops. Here we go. Boop boop. We will change up our sounds for our last scene of the game for tonight. Travel by foot. Perfect. Perfect. We would see our party take off, leaving behind the small civilization of Phandalin and out into the crag hills south of Phandalin proper. You make your way towards Umbridge Hill, and we would see you move, get a shot, very Lord of the Rings style, where we kind of see y'all Sir Shadows as the sun is rising. It's still morning when you got here, and so it comes to be a total the sun making its way all the way up in total light by the time you're about halfway to the hill, and our final scene will be we will see our party approaching Umbridge Hill itself, and let me get the sounds for the hill really quick.
Is it a dragon roar?
Oh, God damn it! The midwife is a dragon.
No.
You see atop the hill a great windmill. Attached to it, a building that at one point was in better condition. Probably better condition yesterday. As you see something quite disturbing, enough for you all to probably take cover. Let me get a let's grab a handout, because you all are gonna want it. You see a massive creature. It is in the midst of assailing this building. The first thing that would draw you to it would probably be that you see two wings raise above the ruins, and you immediately think dragon, and you hear a wall immediately gets crushed down, and you see the face of a horrific creature. It looks like this. As it crushes down,
You know that
and
Thieves Guild sounds pretty good. Right?
and slams both massive claws against the side of the windmill, and you hear its voice bellow out. Let me get this really quick. Ambadara, come out! And it's just anger echo, like it's got like two layers to it. It sounds like two voices being spoken at the same time. And you see the vision of a woman on the opposite side in a like trying to like climb out of a tall window and looking down like, oh no,
And that is where we will leave our party, about 100 feet off the hill, at this very dramatic moment.
Well,
We should have gotten that kid.
And that is where our adventure will conclude for the evening, guys. Very, very good. That was awesome. Thank you all for bringing such awesome characters to the fold. Yeah, we can play this. Do a session next week too. See how it goes. This adventure is easy to close, easy to start. It's a lot of quests.
It's gonna close pretty quick if it's a straightforward, man. I'm gonna assume something else is gonna happen, or else it's been nice knowing you all.
I think you can assume as a player that fighting might be dangerous, and maybe get creative with it. It's up to you guys.
No, I think we just roll initiative and walk.
I will say
forward.
that if Kristen is in the next one, I will let her come in on the situation.
Yeah.
And you will have a fifth.
I don't think anybody wants to come in on this situation. This is not a situation you want to come in on. This is, you know what? Maybe we just take a long way around.
It can speak. Yeah, you could avoid this, but I don't know what the safety of your quarry will be.
I want to try to talk to it. You know, it's a creature. It lives. It understands life.
And it does speak common, but
Yeah.
Adabara's life could be in danger.
I like this plan. Let's send the halfling to talk to it.
Yeah.
By herself.
Possibly.
I'm lucky. I can make it.
You're very lucky.
Yeah.
We'll see. That's.
Are they still #blessed?
You guys are, yeah,
That's
yep.
better.
Half the party is #blessed. Still, I will let you keep that. I'll let you keep that for sure. So I will. I'll close out the stream. Thank you to those who joined us on the first steps of this adventure. This was a really good time. I've been excited to run this one. Should be fun to see where the future goes. Next time we might have a fifth, so get ready for that. It should be good. And the next time you're going to see me do D&D should be next Wednesday, because Monday is no go for Dungeons and Dragons. But you'll see this adventure again next week, same time, 7:30. Feel free to join us. Thank you all to my amazing crew for being awesome. Super appreciate it. And again, thank you to those who may have joined us. All right, everybody, take care. Bye.
bye.
Bye.